The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Friday, November 8th. The Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up. And when you do, sign up with the promo code TCESGPN. You get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Start crushing college football and the NFL with Rhythm. And college basketball. Just added that. Get your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Friday, November 5th. Ooh, hey, how are you? YouTube.com/the college experience. Get on over there, hit that like and subscribe button. Tell a friend. I don't give a shit if you live in an apartment building. Open your window, yell it out. All right. Subscribe to the college basketball experience because another fun night of action. Just got back from the Coastal Carolina Appalachian State football game. So, I was doing a few, I was huffing paint in the parking lot. Might have done a few Jaeger bombs. Get on over there. All right. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
I'm back to another winning night. Started out 0-2, first two nights of the season, but I bounced back with 2 winning nights. I'm going to talk all about it. Some fire games, some crazy games, some big blown leads. Anyway, it's a loaded slate tomorrow too. Give it up for my co-host. He is the host of the Big 12 College Experience and the Ride and Rush Show. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Lon Mac. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. It's a good night in college basketball. Yeah, a lot of blown leads. Friday slate is absolutely loaded. Yeah, conflicted for me tomorrow night. Let's go.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
I just can't help but think about last night's episode where the chat thought that man right there, Frank Martin, was Italian. I mean, they just don't know college basketball. You got to know. I mean, Frank, this is not a secret, right? Frank Martin and John Calipari are Cuban. All right. If you didn't know that, Frank Martin, John Calipari, Richard Pitino, not Rick.
Cal's Italian.
I'm fucking with you, dude. The joke's going over the head. The joke's going over the head.
I was like, am I missing something on that one?
I'm trying to get on the chat's wavelength. All right. After they thought Frank Martin was Italian. Yeah. I know. I'm fucking with you guys, but really Frank Martin's Cuban and his wife is black. And I thought that was just hilarious that people thought he was, Anyway.
Speaking of with the chat telling us that Frank is obviously going to Morgantown tomorrow, and that's why he was on the thumbnail for today's show. Mac, are you going to be there in person?
No, I'll be here in Richmond. Too many games.
No, he doesn't want to. Look, you don't have to root against your former boss. Look, Frank Martin.
I think he said he was rooting for Frank.
I don't think they're going to let me in the building.
I was about to say, like, you have, like, we do our coaching Royal Rumble for football every year where we rank what coach would win. Frank Martin has got to be a 1 seed in the college basketball. Like, if you're telling me I got to place a wager on who is going to fuck up, like if we just had I know it's 360 coaches, but Frank Martin would still be a 1 seed in my mind. Mac, you worked with the man. Can you back that up?
Dude, he was a bouncer. Remember, that was his career before he got into college coaching. He was a bouncer in the late night scene in Miami. He was fucking dudes up left and right.
Yeah. He's gonna win this basketball thing. I'll be honest. I'm trying to think of like who else even. I mean, you got probably some former player. Some former player would probably be in the mix. That's like probably, I don't know. I'm trying to think. We know Mark Madsen's huge, but I'll take Frank Martin.
Xander Andrade missed you guys by a year. He said, "Beers on me if you come to Fort Collins."
Oh, I was just there. What? Yeah, a year ago, right?
Yeah.
Getting cherry bombed, but
we appreciate it, Xander.
But what's his name? Nico Medved invited me back, so if I go back, I'll hit you up for sure.
There we go.
We're also joined by third man in the booth. You just heard from him right there. He is the man behind the scenes, always dialing up shit. Also the host of the College Baseball Experience. So give it up for the great Noah Bieniek. How are you, pal?
I'm doing all right. Overall, went 2-2 today. Missed on a money line play, so slightly negative. Actually, no. Still slightly negative because 1-1 on the money line plays. I went a little bit more on Montana State personally. I don't know if anybody told me they might have been a little bit positive, but the way that
I did jump on Montana State late.
A little bit
thank
negative. Yeah, you're no problem. That was not really a sweat until the end. They were only not covering for about 30 seconds of that game, so that was good stuff.
Yeah. We should just jump on into it. But before I do that, I do want to let the good people know that to subscribe to the College Basketball Experience, we're back. We break down every single game on the entire season, every single night. We are back, and YouTube.com/the College Experience. The College Experience. Go over there. iTunes, Spotify, the College Basketball Experience. Hit that subscribe button. If you can give us a 5-star review, we'd certainly appreciate it. Also, if you're on Spotify, a 5-star rating actually does wonders for us. So we really appreciate it. Even if you don't have Spotify, please, if you can do that, only you can help prevent corporate gambling from taking over. All right, we are back. And look, it started off with a loss because the Blue Hens only won by 4 against Bobby Morris. I got tweeted this was an awesome game, but I was in a parking lot doing, sniffing glue, doing all this good stuff. But did you guys get eyes on this game?
A little bit. Delaware never could get it past like 4 or 5. It literally was a 1-possession game. I felt like the entire way. So yeah, never really had a chance to cover that game. It was a good win though. Bounce back. I know Robert Morris isn't very good, but hey, win's a win in college basketball.
Yeah. Bieniek, you catch this at all?
Yeah, it was a great day to start off the slate because like Max said, it was tight all the way through. So good things there. Good performance by both teams. I honestly not much to take away.
Shout out to Gary K, who's saying is Colby the new East Carolina head coach. I told you guys I'll bet that, by the way. I don't know if you guys caught that action, but it was great seeing all their.
I hopped on it with you. I had both home teams.
Yeah.
I had a good college football night.
All those little bitch ass abrupt slides by Florida Atlantic. We just kept taking out their quarterbacks. It was fantastic. I would tell my players to fucking hit them as hard as possible. I'll that's a C note game right there. You give them a few C notes after that. Stony Brook, Central Michigan was a doozy. I saw this buzzer beater that you shared, Mac, where Stony Brook gets that dub. I picked Central Michigan, so I did not hit. I mean, I didn't bet this, but what a good game we had there with the Seawolves. I know that human being and fish can coexist peacefully. I don't know after a game winner. Mac, what happened here and your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, so this was actually a pregame triple lock for me, Cap, and Troy. We added this. Went up to 5.5, and we're like, come on, man. Central Michigan's laying 5.5. I will say they led by double digits for a good amount of the second half. But Gino Ford, former guest of the coaches carousel, gets it done, and big comeback to get to 1-1 going back home.
Yeah, Bieniek, Central Michigan on the Michigan Power Rankings. People want to know. Shout out to Clark in the chat. Where are those Michigan Power Rankings?
They are still fourth right now. It goes Michigan 1, Michigan State 2.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Mac, you hear this?
Here he goes.
Oakland 3. Just give them time. Just give them time.
Whoa.
They're gonna end up better at the end of the year. Power rankings, not just rankings. Power rankings.
Who'd you
Oakland
say was
is
one?
Michigan. Power rankings. Michigan. They're gonna be better than Michigan State this season.
Yeah, I mean,
Michigan. He is going to at the end of the year because it's gonna be a rough year. Michigan 1, Michigan State 2, Oakland 3 because they're gonna end up better than all three directional schools in Detroit. Western 4. Central 5, Eastern 6, Detroit 7.
Whoa! We got a lot to talk about here. We got a lot to unpack. Shout out to Avetta, says it's a down year for the state. All right.
For who?
We'll see about the state of Michigan. I think she's implying that. Michigan.
I don't know if we were ever like that great all together.
Yeah,
like the directional schools have always
back
sucked.
for 25 years.
Yeah. What are you talking about,
schools
man?
have always sucked.
I remember Earl Boykin at Eastern Michigan. Didn't Eastern Michigan beat Duke in the NCAA tournament? Am I crazy?
Oakland just beat Kentucky.
No, I'm talking like in the 90s. I thought, or early 2000s. I thought EMU.
Yeah, I mean, you could pull out one.
Duke.
You could pull out one result, like whatever. Michigan State lost to Middle Tennessee. Like, okay.
Good point. Oakland did beat Kentucky last March, so that was a big win for the state.
Noah's my favorite personality on this show because it's just you remind me of Putty and Seinfeld. Where you just,
I haven't seen.
It's like Elaine will call and say we're broken up. He's like, all right, no big deal, Charleston Southern, North Florida. I tried to tell you guys this Buccaneer bullshit wasn't going to fly. All right, North Florida wins by what? I think it was 14. No, 24. 24. I think it was right. Yeah. I didn't bet this game, but I did take North Florida. This North Florida team's fun. Wake Forest wins by 16 against A&T. They did not cover. Bieniek got that correct. None of us bet that. How about Eastern Shore and Penn?
Dude, Penn was in a doghouse. I mean, dogfight. They are in the doghouse. I mean, they very well could have lost that game. I mean that. Yeah, I don't know about Penn, man. They have not. I guess they're 2-0. Glass half full. They found ways to win, but I mean, the competition. They better start playing better to get ready for the Ivy League.
Yeah. I will say Penn, at least on paper in the preseason, wasn't like too attractive of a team to want to back early. But Mac and I felt like at least their program had been recently a little bit more steady than the other Ivy Leagues. The start of the season, it doesn't look so hot for that prediction.
Oh, hey, 2-0.
What did we call the UAB Southern Miss game last night?
13.5.
I don't know.
Okay, so you hit. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was 13.5 or 14. I think on tally side I had it at 14, so it pushed.
If this had not hit, I would have started throwing shit. They started the game 24-0.
Yeah, they opened up a can early.
Blitzed them. They're up 30 in the first half, and then they started playing with their food in the second. I don't know what the hell they were doing. Turned into open gym. Curbelo was a late scratch. I don't know what happened.
I know. I was about to say, Mac, Southern Miss better or worse without Curbelo this season? We've seen him play 2 games.
Second half was pretty good.
Not
so much.
No.
How can this happen? He's been at like 10 stops.
Yeah.
How can it happen so consistently?
I don't know. Was he on the sideline today? I didn't see any tweets about it.
At what point do you realize it's you? You have to have a little bit of self-awareness to be like, damn, this happened at Illinois.
I was hoping to see like a sideline fit from Curbelo, maybe one of those long jackets that are below his ass with some like sunglasses and the baseball hat like he was rocking last year, but didn't see any.
I don't think he made the trip.
Yeah,
we tried to bring
that was a super late scratch then if he didn't even travel.
The chat saying he was there. I didn't see him.
We're trying to bring you on this journey, Bieniek. We were trying last night because I believe me and Moneyline Mac locked up the hospital Detroit, and boy, they came through.
I gave you the angle. I just didn't want to bet Detroit.
I am surprised Loyola Chicago scored 87 points, but still,
I should tell you about Detroit.
Unknown says Colby's a drunk. You're welcome.
He called me a pedo. So welcome to the club.
I know what you're gonna call me. Fuck you! I'll get ahead of it before you get me.
I read this article about the youth. They're drinking less alcohol than any generation over the past like 200 years.
Yeah,
right.
No wonder
so we're definitely fucked. We're definitely fucked. But I think he's got to be one of the young ones because I didn't know that was a. I think is he implying it as a diss? I'm not taking it as a diss. I'm taking it as a compliment. Have you seen Planet Earth? Sobriety seems fucking horrible. Milwaukee. That was a lemon by both of us.
By the way, Mac, I didn't watch the end of it. But tell Colby what you saw from Valentine.
Oh yeah, dude. Noah hit the handicap right on the head. Valentine and Montgomery are friends. He made sure that they didn't score. He said, "Wait, bring it out." Took the shot clock violation. Made sure we got that cover on the hospital. Yeah, so
fantastic.
Fantastic. That was literally a perfect cap too, because throughout the game, Loyola was never in doubt of losing that game. They just steadily grew the lead over time throughout the game, and at the very end, it was like, oh shit, Detroit might not cover here. And then he literally had to tell the boys, hey, pull back the reins.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, because Detroit was covering the whole game, right? So
they looked all right. I mean, they sucked. Don't get me wrong, but like they're better than last year. They at least have a pulse.
They were never not covering in that game, Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, easy cash. Now we did eat shit on Milwaukee. Milwaukee got Northern Iowa. Good program. 87-68. I was off on Bart Lundy.
I laid it with the Panthers.
My Panthers are going to be good this year, Noah.
It's still the defense for me. I just think they just ran them out of the gym. Or Milwaukee ran themselves out of the gym. Sorry.
Yeah. Milwaukee.
Shout out to Brandon who put 1,500 on ECU football tonight.
Yeah.
Winner chicken dinner.
Milwaukee couldn't make a shot, and they were also playing pretty fast. So it kind of double whammied themselves, and that's how Northern Iowa pulled away, in my opinion.
Yeah. Wait, go back to that one.
Sorry.
Shout out to Brandon, who there's two different Brandons here. I was at the Detroit Loyola game. Shout out to that. You gotta go out there. Nothing like catching a game live. I love doing the show. I love having the 20 screens, but at the same time, nothing like tonight. I went to that App Coastal game. I know it's football, but still, you could feel the animosity for each other. with that being a rivalry game. It was fun. Just getting out there, you hear the band, you just start feeling good. You're huffing paint in the parking lot. You're being a drunk, hopefully. Yeah, let's go. I think you shared something else after that, but I don't know.
I'm just rolling through the entire chat. So
I disagree with the Milwaukee's a shit program. They've been in the Final Four of the Horizon back-to-back years. They just had a bad night.
Yeah.
We'll see. They'll be a top 4 Horizon team easy.
Yeah.
SMU, Florida A&M. We cashed on this. Is this a triple lock? Triple lock?
No, I did not jump on SMU today, but congrats to you guys. You made up for it the other night from the other night.
Let's go. We also, me and Bieniek cashed on Montana State. This was a picks page bet by myself. Bieniek, is Montana State the best team in the Big Sky?
No, I still think we're going to talk about a team tonight that might be live tonight, playing tonight, that I think might be better than Montana State. But I haven't really seen that team play. That team is Weber State. So I'll know that answer maybe.
We'll talk about them in a bit. We'll what about Wisconsin, by the way? I mean, where you at with Wisconsin, guys?
Max Klesmit played like a dog today. I faded him in
You're on mute.
fantasy. No, I'm not.
Wait, did I lose? Did I lose on you?
Did
I fuck this? Did I fuck this up?
I played you. Yeah, I played Klesmit's lower than on fantasy for points rebound.
I think I might have fucked this up.
And he cashed it on points.
I'll be back. Keep talking.
Adios. He just didn't stop talking.
He's having a side fucking conversation with himself while you're breaking down the fucking Badgers.
Dude, we can hear you, but you're the one that can't hear us. That's a you problem. And he just kept talking it through. I'm just trying to act like nothing happened, and he's like, "Well, shit, this is me. I'll see you guys in a second."
What else were you saying about the Badgers, Noah?
The Badgers, I saw kind of what I was expecting to see. Klesmit couldn't miss tonight, though. So that kind of fucked up the money line. But other than that, Wisconsin never pulled away from Montana State. And honestly, without a career game from Klesmit, they could have won that game. So, but never in doubt on the cover. So a nice play.
They'll be a boring 19-14 Wisconsin.
19-4.
19-14.
Okay. It sounded like you said 19-14.
No, 19-14.
I was like,
Bubble
maybe if they run the table in the non-conference, they could
bubble team for me.
But. DePaul was a nice play. I didn't bet it. Mac, did you bet this?
That was great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
This is like one of my boldest takes of the year. I said, hello. You should never lay 15 with DePaul. Like, God damn it, we're going to do it here. They won by 50.
I think Troy had a bolder take than you on the pregame show, though.
Yeah, he was trying to call the
He literally wanted to call the exact score. He was like, this is an 83-68 game. And he bet it 160-1. Shout out to Troy, but prayer review didn't quite get there.
How about that Omaha Stetson game?
Oh, dude, Omaha was
Omaha.
They were up 20, and then
I
they
had no feel of that fucking game, dude.
Yeah, neither did I.
Omaha.
Yeah.
They had a kid put up almost 30 in that one. So yeah, good stuff.
Shout out to Locked In with Mike. Most underrated show in the game. Always win listening to you guys. Hook 'em. He says at Mac. So that's a fuck you. Enjoy that.
Will Greer.
You got that forever, buddy.
That's the last time we played there, I think.
I think so. It might have been. Florida, 81. Jacksonville, 60. Jacksonville got that cover.
How about our boy McCray? Played great.
20-6, right? I was looking at the box score earlier. I ate shit on Iowa. The staples are just not that sharp this year.
Real quick, I want to go back to Florida. I didn't know Walter Clayton had that in him. He destroyed a man today. I don't know if you saw that.
He dunked on him. I saw that.
I mean, he's a mini point guard, but oh my God, did he take a soul? Sorry, Colby.
No, you're good. Shout out to the great Charles Walker. I'm still working on the potion by the ocean. And I have a michelada going at the same time. So I'm all over the place here. The real ones, no. All right. But yeah, Iowa though is one that I'm 1-1 now. ATS on bet in Iowa. They're not very good. I feel like Michigan State won by 36.
The ball game.
Really? Nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully hit some of my favorite spots in Chicago. If you're still there, you got to hit the Green Mill for a drink. Got to hit the Green Mill for a drink. Catch some live blues. Michigan State 96, Niagara 60. They're the best team in Michigan, Mac, right?
Yes. They're not bad. Like, they're fucking good.
They don't cover this game without a career game from Jackson Kohler off the bench.
Double by fucking 36.
Are you kidding me?
He's so bitter over there.
He's
so
bitter
bitter
off the bench. He had like 20 and 11 off the bench in like 15 minutes. That team's terrible. Niagara's going to be really bad this year.
If I chug a couple more, I'm going to start saying Izzo's your daddy again.
You're the crackhead that has them in the Elite Eight.
Oh yeah, baby. I love Sparty.
They're going to be good this year.
No, they're not.
I'm still mad at this game. This was my worst loss, in my opinion. Southern Indiana 69, Bucknell 75. I am now 0-2 in games involving Bucknell. This fucking Bison team. Yeah. What? And Williamson went for 32-9. What's going on here? Southern Indiana had this game. This is bullshit. Mac, what actually happened here? Because I was at Brooks Stadium, wishing I was home sober. Apparently,
Southern Indiana should have won. I mean, they were up double digits in the second half, but man, I'm happy for John Griffin at Bucknell. He was one of my favorite interviews we had on this summer, and he's quietly 2-0, both road wins at Delaware, at Southern Indiana, both double-digit comebacks. They're at Rupp on Saturday now, so we'll see how they carry that momentum in there. But I think they're right there in the Patriot League.
Yeah, they look good so far, man. That's a gutsy win there on the road too.
Road wins.
I know we didn't have this on the agenda, and forgive me, this is a 6-hour podcast, but College of Biblical Studies did put up 57 on McNeese tonight.
That's all that.
Only problem is they gave up 111. But if you're wondering, Madubuku, I think his name was, for Biblical Studies, he went for 24-8 against McNeese. Just moving forward.
Jeff Goodman thought this was a solid bounce back performance from McNeese. So,
I mean, I guess you score. Right, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, you caught my video walking my dog along the beach today. I mean, not
triple lock.
Gives a shit. Yes, triple lock. Illinois State 77, North Dakota State 68. Wrong team favored. We took this on the money line. You're welcome. It was a little. I mean, I was at like the 5-minute mark was like a 1 or 2 point game. So like, I was like, oh man, here we go again. But shout out to them Redbirds because they got it done down the stretch. Kinzinger went for 20 and 4. Mac, your thoughts on this one as North Dakota State took an L?
Nice bounce back for the Redbirds. I mean, dropping that home opener against UT Martin, who might be better than we expected. But anytime you can go on the road after you drop your home opener, it's a good bounce back. So I still think the Redbirds are middle of the pack Missouri Valley team. We'll see how they progress throughout the year.
I just want to go on a little bit of a side note here. I was at this, I'm in South Carolina right now, and I happened to be there today when I found out that 43 monkeys escaped from a research facility in South Carolina, right? 43 monkeys escaped a research facility, and the police have been warning residents to secure their doors and windows. This is the beginning of Planet of the Apes, right? I think I'm in this. I can share this article, Bieniek. I'm gonna text you this right now, Bieniek, to share this thing. In case you think I'm making this thing up, I am not. And so if I know we lost audio a second ago, but that was just me being a drunk. But if for some reason this pod does not go on with myself, it's because the monkeys are coming, and I'm very excited about this opportunity. I'm very excited that something cool is happening to planet Earth potentially. Did you get the link? Can you share that screen?
No, I can't, because share it in the stream. My computer's not connected to my phone. I'm not rich and bougie like that.
Oh, that means he's working on a Packard Bell over there. Hang on, I'm gonna put it in the I'm gonna put it in our own chat right now.
Thank you. I thought that was what you were doing.
Here we go. All right. Oh, you can't.
By the way, this is a tremendous Illinois State, North Dakota State recap.
The one from
look, I just think it's noteworthy that I hadn't been in South Carolina in a long time, and the one time I go there, 43 monkeys escape, and it's potentially the beginning of Planet of the Apes. And I feel like if you could share that screen.
I haven't even heard of this, so this isn't national news.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Up in Michigan, you don't know that your life is. You have you'll have a little bit of time for the monkeys get up there, but you're definitely fucked. Yeah, I really think you should share the screen, because I'm not making this up. When the police are going around saying, "Watch out for the monkeys that escaped," I am telling you the truth. Can you scroll up though to get that in there? So exactly, secure doors and windows. 43 monkeys escaped. Can you go down? And this is today. This is definitely a big time story here. Very young females weighing approximately 6 to 7 pounds. They had never been used for testing due to their age, apparently. That's what they say. They have to say that. You realize that, right? We're fucked. They're all coming. All right. They're all coming. Anyway, if you live in South Carolina, enjoy. May God be with you. Yeah, it's just a great story. It's a great story. We need more stories like this. Mac, you're in Richmond, Virginia.
It might be up my way here in a minute.
I think by tomorrow morning you're fucked. I think you're a dead man. But yeah, enjoy your night, your last night on Earth. Rob Donaldson says, who's most likely to survive the monkey apocalypse? Well, since I'm in South Carolina, I do think I'm the first dead. The only thing that might perhaps save my life. Bieniek just left. He's just like,
went to go lock his door.
I can't handle this monkey talk. He's locking the door right now. He's telling his dad, grab the 45, Dad. The monkeys are coming. All right.
Shoot the motherfucker.
Noah's in the basement. All right. And that might keep him alive. Like, he's also furthest away from South Carolina. If not, I think Bieniek would be the first one dead. All right. He's already got the cough. So if he had to run, I think, I don't know. He was a former athlete though, but he's been coughing. He's always eating shit on the podcast. That's what would happen is the monkey would come to kill him. he'd be running away from it, but he'd be eating like a fucking sandwich while he was running away. And that would be his downfall, is that he was eating the sandwich. He'll choke on the fucking BLT that he's eating as he's running down a hallway. So I'm going to say Noah.
That might be the first time he's ever gotten up ever. What'd you go do? Go lock the door?
What happened, buddy?
I had to turn some devices off. My Wi-Fi was bothering me.
Oh, that's definitely monkeys. He's lying to you folks out there.
Mac, I love how we, before the show,
hit
Colby
that
said,
deadbolt.
all right, I'm going to limit the bullshit tonight. And we've spent 5 minutes on monkeys.
Noah, when's the last time 43 monkeys escaped? This is a national fucking story right now. All right. Tell me the last time 43 monkeys escaped. All right. I think this happens to be a little relevant.
This happened like 2 or 3 years ago when there was like a trade between zoos, and then there was a truck that spilled, and there was a bunch of zoo animals on the freeway.
But that's a zoo. This is a lab. Hello. A lab. Think about what they're putting in there.
Starts.
That's what I'm saying, man. You saw that COVID shit, right?
Oh, yeah. Here comes the next version of AIDS. Here we go.
Put your mask on. Put your mask on. Anyway, folks, I want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Pick'em is one of the biggest menus for all sports. I got NFL, college football, CFL, college basketball, MMA, NBA, NASCAR, NHL, and much, much more. Boost Uber is upon us, which means you're getting a spooky amount of profit boost and much more. You can now use specials and boost on all flex entries as well. So sign up. And when you do sign up with that promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com promo code TCESGPN. So what I think there's a Charleston game, a South Carolina game, a Wilmington game. Those games are all canceled tomorrow, right? When the monkeys come. But anyway, continuing on our recap, Jacksonville State loses to Air Force. Guess who took Air Force? This guy. This guy right here. All
Guess
right.
who blew the game? North Alabama.
No, Jacksonville State. North Alabama was the other night, buddy.
They were winning.
You're getting your Alabama schools confused.
Sorry, yeah,
all right?
Jacksonville State, not North Alabama. Jacksonville State was winning this game for about 25 minutes, and they blew it in the last 3.
That was all.
Shout out to Gualo in the chat who says his friend lives in South Carolina and he's scared shitless. Exactly, as you should be. I mean, this is a real ordeal here. Everyone's talking the election, blah, 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 right? This is 43 monkeys escaped the lab. We're all fucked. I can't wait. Life needed this excitement.
Finn Sullivan wants these monkeys selling fentanyl.
Yeah, dude. I mean, what do you think they were pumping them with? I mean, we could really have it. We could do an hour on this.
Dear
all right.
So we had
now.
It's true.
So 2 years ago we had cocaine bears in November, and this year we have fentanyl monkeys in November. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this monkey situation.
What school has like a monkey mascot that we could call the fentanyl monkeys now? I don't know.
Yeah, no schools really went with the monkeys. I think there was the Pittsburgh State Gorillas.
Yeah, but they're not in D1. We can't pick their games.
Well, they don't name them monkeys.
Can we change
because
the nickname of South Carolina State, because they have the nickname Bulldogs. Everybody has the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we've done a lot about this. Monkeys? They should be the fentanyl monkeys. I mean, and just the yeah. I mean, I guess people could take monkeys the wrong. Ron Perlman, I've always thought might have been a monkey at one point in his life. You know, the guy from Hellboy.
I don't know what Hellboy is.
No, who's that?
Good God, buddy. I mean, it's defending Star Wars, the most recent Star Wars. I'm not the big Hellboy guy, but I mean, Ron Perlman was pretty, he was famous. Google image Ron Perlman. Tell me he wasn't a monkey like not long ago. You put Ron Perlman in 12 monkeys, you got 13 monkeys. That's all I'm saying. All right.
It's gonna go different ways for you here.
I'm just saying. You put them in The movie 12 Monkeys. Ron Perlman. That's 13 monkeys. Idaho State gave USC a game.
They were winning this with 3 minutes to go, and they choked. They fouled themselves out of the game.
I hate this Big Ten Plus network.
Yeah, well, that is actually hard to find.
It's hard
Well,
as shit.
it's a subscription. The big plus is subscription. Big Ten Network is.
You're scamming us over here, Colby.
I know
when you have 18
beings...
fucking teams, it's hard to put them all on one network.
Is it?
It's annoying.
like
All my hockey's on Big Plus now.
The Pac-12 had like 15 networks. When you finally did find the Pac-12, they had like 20 networks. It was actually kind of impressive once you found it. I happened to find it when I was vacationing in Auckland, New Zealand.
Speaking of impressive in Big Ten Network, there was a women's basketball player that almost dropped like a triple-double the other night, and then 20 minutes later, she was doing sideline coverage for the men's Oregon game.
That's pretty wild. USC didn't look good though, right?
No. Hell no.
Yeah. I lost on Cal Poly as Mark Madsen and Cal turned it on in the second half.
Coke Burger goes, love to see the reaction of a first-time listener thinking that this is a college basketball show.
Life and
well, the best part is Mac, that like Noah secretly gets pissed. You can see it if you do the show every night with Noah. You can see he gets pissed when I bring up these topics. When
we start at 1 a.m. and then we talk 10 minutes about rabies monkeys. Yeah.
That's the show though. That's what I pitched when I started the college basketball experience. That's what I pitched. I said, look, we're going to talk about college basketball and all the other cool shit in planet Earth. Right. And this definitely falls on cool shit. What do you make of that Cal game, Mac?
Oh, dude, Cal Poly came out like guns blazing, man. They went up like 12 early, making threes, and then they ran out of gas. Cal just kept throwing it inside, got him in foul trouble. Cal Poly's way improved, though. DeGeorge is a good coach, and those guys that he brought from the D2 level are good. So, yeah, I like the Cal Poly. Good win for Mark Madsen.
Yeah. Cal Poly's athletic department got $35 million from John Madden recently when he died. His estate.
Oh, yeah.
He's a Cal Poly grad. So I think their athletic department is going to be getting a little bit better. Cashed on the Chattanooga Mocs. Barely. But we cashed as they lose by 12. I've faded St. Mary's both games, and I've cashed barely. And it's been fantastic. Did you watch this game, man?
I did. Good win for St. Mary's again. I mean, it's an underrated week for a young St. Mary's team beating Towson, who we think is up top in the CAA, and then Chattanooga, who we think is up top in the SoCon. So a good win, and Chattanooga's ready to go back home. They're tired of the West Coast.
Yeah, and I thought it was a solid week, and they played without two starting wings, Bash Veland and Frank Champion. I went and looked at it. So.
Great name. Yeah,
both of them are senior wings, so that's pretty impressive road trip.
Central Arkansas was in Salt Lake City taking on Utah. We cashed on the Utes because Central Arkansas is fucking horrible. Someone in the chat was saying they bet Central Arkansas first half. Love it. Mac, was that triple? Was that a triple lock? It was a triple lock, right?
Yeah, and this was another one too. I know it didn't come down to it didn't matter, but dude, these bigger numbers are moving 4, 5, sometimes even 6, 7 points every night. So if you like one of these big ass favorites, grab it the night before because it's gonna move.
So I didn't bet it, but I laid the points with Utah. I was impressed by them being able to pull away today.
And then, I mean, I ended the night really hot there with Chattanooga, Utah, and then the Vandals by a half a point. They should have won this game.
Oh, they definitely
lost by 4. Shout out to the Vandals though for covering properly. UC Davis, great win. Johnson went for 30 again. Unbelievable.
Kid can ball.
What's that average right now? 32 points a game, I think. Something.
Yeah.
Fucking unbelievable. Only Cockbrenner averages more. But Mac, what'd you make of the Vandals today and UC Davis?
I actually got more eyes on this because it was a standalone game at the end of that. I thought Idaho got fucked on the whistle the last 5 minutes. That was atrocious the way they were fouling out those guys with some of those tic-tac calls. But, hey, we'll take the cover. But, yeah, kind of a heartbreaking loss for the Vandals. They were the better team, and they just collapsed on the stretch.
Yeah. They could be a player. Is the Big Sky up a little bit? If we're being honest right now, do you think that conference is a little bit better than normal?
I think Irvine is like a distant favorite in the conference. But UC San Diego is good. Davis is supposed to be good. And
All
there's
the
one more.
UCs.
Yeah, there was one more UC team. Like all the UC.
But you're talking Big West though.
Yeah, UC Davis is Big West, right?
Yeah. I was asking Big Sky. Do you think the Big Sky is up? Yeah.
I don't know if he clarified. I was confused. There's a big sky
monkeys
pie.
are coming, buddy. Monkeys are coming.
I don't know. I think the Big Sky
Ron
is more
Perlman.
up for grabs than it is good. Because
Ron
we couldn't
Perlman's
really
their leader.
we chose kind of Weber State by default because they're good and they've been a consistent program. Montana State and Montana both seem like they're all right. Montana seems like they're not as good as they've been in recent years. This year,
You think
so
we all
far?
came from animals?
Chickens, right?
Chicken.
You look at John Elway and I see a goddamn horse. All right.
I feel like Colby was purposely setting me up, asking me a question, wanting me to answer a real answer, and just fucking comes out with some bullshit. We come out of like some animals.
I was just thinking about it. I wonder what animal I was.
You
know what I mean?
You got his playbook finally, Noah.
Yeah, I think the chat is onto this too. Like,
Peyton Manning's a horse. I've talked about this for a while. Like the Broncos,
They're really
you should
enjoying
always
it.
draft animal people. Shannon Sharp looked like a horse. John Elway looked like a horse. Peyton Manning somewhat looked like a horse, and they all won Super Bowls. All right?
Locked in with Mike said that Colby came from a chipmunk.
That maybe I was like fucking Alvin and the Chipmunks. All right.
Yeah, you were Alvin because just motor mouth doesn't shut up.
What type of animal were you, Bieniek, huh?
I was
I can see
Simon
being-
from Alvin and the Chipmunks, and then Mac was Theodore. I don't know.
I can't believe you pulled those three out your ass.
I'm a
Alvin
donkey.
and
I'm
the
a
Chipmunks.
dumbass.
I see like a stag. You know what I mean? Bieniek, I could see you being part deer. You know what I mean? Is that a buck?
I mean, yeah, I would love to be a buck.
Mac, I don't know. I'm working on you, man. There's some type of animal back there, though. All right.
It'll-
The
There's something
juice says
back
I'm a
there.
It'll
chupacabra.
come to your next ad read, I'm sure. It'll hit you.
Speaking
Hey,
of which, I guess we got to get paid on this shitty podcast. Look, folks, I want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Rhythm. SGPN's proud partner Rhythm is the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform that helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom predictive betting models in seconds to get predictions for betting on money lines, spreads, totals, props. Look, you can copy one of the top performing models from the leaderboard, or you can build your own like old Pick Dundee here. I do that, and then it adjusts around what I pick and like. Rhythm gives you predictions for every game and player prop, and also has a slew of stats, research, and trend analysis to give you even more betting insight. And they just launched their college basketball models. Hop on over there, claim your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. We're also brought to you by BetUS. Bet with the best in the business. That is BetUS. BetUS has been around for more than 30 years. You can easily deposit using cryptocurrency and get lightning fast payouts. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/BetUS because I gave you that East Carolina -7.5 today. Easy cash. Once again, that's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/BetUS. Promo code SGPN so they know we sent you. BetUS, America's favorite sports book. All right, we are back. 43 monkeys are out there. Let's get to the slides. All right.
Hold on, game balls. Sorry.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
By the way, the chat's claiming that Mac did not take a piss during his cocktail run today. And that's 2 days in a row that he's absolutely smashed the under from our good friend Rob Donaldson setting the line.
Decatheter?
Controlling my bladder, I guess. Is that a compliment, guys? Thank you, chat.
Someone's on Dick Watch. Bieniek.
Yes.
What's your top game ball? Mac led the way. You started off, buddy. All right. I
we're
want you to
gonna
be
go-
happy. Start it off.
We're going to go Illinois State. Outright win on the road. Yeah, we're starting it there.
All right. Nice play with Illinois State, which we all triple locked. I will jump on over to the likes of Bucknell.
Yeah.
You're 2-0. You're 2-0, and you actually got some guys this year. I can't remember Bucknell having guys for a long time. So, game ball to the Bison of Bucknell. Mac, where are you going?
I'll go Geno Ford and Stony Brook, man. Come back from double digits, get a split on that road trip, going back home. That's a good win. I know it's Central Michigan, but still, double digit down on the road win.
Bieniek, where are you going?
All right, I'm going a little off the wall here.
Uh-oh.
I am going to take you to a game we haven't even discussed yet. We're going to go with Mississippi Valley State because they're on the board early this season. They got to win against Mississippi University for women. It's their earliest win in a season since 2014. It's the earliest win for their program in a season.
I don't get brain man cold, but they're counting down 7-6-5.
Decade. It's been a decade since they won in their first 3 games.
I thought we voted on Tuesday so they wouldn't play these schools again. What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's going on? What's going on here? They played Mississippi School of Women?
Mississippi University of Women. Yes.
What the fuck?
They beat them 66-49. So congrats to Mississippi Valley State. They are 1-1 for the first time. I tried to look. The first time in a millennium that they have a 500 record in basketball program history.
I'm so confused right now. I have so many questions. Can you pull up, Bieniek, the starting 5 for Mississippi School of Women?
Yeah, I can.
Please, if you can.
Reed.
No. Like, pull up their page. Go to their roster.
You want me to share the screen?
Yeah. I'm curious. What am I crossing a line by loading up the fucking roster?
No. I didn't know you wanted me to share the thing. Hold on.
Is this an actual team?
Mississippi University of Women. I'm going to pull it up from the KenPom page.
No. We got to go to the. We want photos. We want photos.
You didn't tell me you wanted photos.
Hold on. Let me look at this. Let me look at
You're
Jackson
moving the
Reed.
goalposts.
So they have guys.
Yeah.
What is it? What's a scholarship to Miss? This is just fascinating to me. What's the enrollment of Mississippi Women University?
I don't know.
We need to find all this information out.
Colby, no BSing on this podcast. We got 60 games, and then
Hey, check
Oh, buddy, we'll be dead in fucking 45 years. Let's fucking find out about these women. All right.
enrollment.
What's going on here?
Mississippi University.
23% male in the enrollment. Mississippi
many
University
human
of Women
beings are
has a
going there?
Hold on.
undergraduate total of 2,000 people in the fall 2023. Gender distribution 76.5% female, 23.5% male. So the ratio is pretty good there if you're an athlete that is a male.
They have 3 redheads on their roster. I got the roster pulled up right
Fantastic.
now. Look at this. I'm setting the link in here. Look at this roster. Look at this roster.
I'm just going to go ahead and say this. If I was,
This guy's.
Oh, they're the Owls.
let's pretend like
Owls.
you're, let's pretend like you're a great high school basketball player, and all of a sudden you get a phone, you get a visit from a college basketball coach, and he comes in and it's like, "Who are you?" "Oh, I coach Mississippi Women's University." Right? I mean, what's the pitch? At that point, I'm like, buddy, get the fuck out of my living room. I can play. You know what I mean? Jackson Reed.
Look at here you go.
James Dukes. James Dukes from Boonville, Mississippi.
We're doing him a disservice.
That's an American. Look at that guy. He's got a good right hand jump ball.
That mullet, Jackson Reed. Could go back to Jackson Reed. Jackson Reed is just packing. Eric Bass, Jackson Reed out of Texas. They brought him in from Texas. Isaiah Ball's got.
There's another one.
Josh Dukes. Look at this. This team's
Cam
fantastic.
Smith is a dog.
I
He ran
just wanna know
17
how
minutes of
you,
cardio today. Did not record a
Well,
stat in 17 minutes.
at least he's from Faulkner. Maybe he was familiar with the program.
Here's your coach, Dean Burrows.
What's his background?
That's just so tough. I couldn't imagine taking that gig. You'd have to explain it every time.
Just say I'm the
we're school
Owls
for women.
basketball coach.
They got some crazy hairdos on this team.
Why would you
I
keep
think
that
this guy's
name?
got a man bun.
I don't understand why that's acceptable. Why
We
is
should
it-
get him on the show. BT Burrows Jr. at Moo.
Oh God,
EDU.
we just displayed the email.
This is a false
Everyone
name.
give
They're guys.
It's
It
public.
is true.
It's out there
They're
in the
doing a
public,
tuck
so-
job. They're doing a tuck job themselves.
Steve, what the hell's going on?
Anyway, that's I just love that recruiting pitch. I want you to come play for the Mississippi women.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, "Oh, Ole Miss."
Sure thing. So I mean, we got the 43 monkeys coming anyway. So why not? Why not? Let's go. All right. They got a game ball. No, Mississippi Valley State did. Shout out to our right giving us money for Illinois State and ECU. Let's go. Appreciate you as always. All right. I don't even remember. Did I owe a game ball, right?
You and Max still have to go, but it's the first time that Mississippi Valley State has been at a 500 record, maybe in program history. So they had to get.
So wait, let me get this straight. Syracuse can't be called the Orange Men, even though their whole fucking roster is full of men, right? In football and basketball, they don't even have a women's football team, believe it or not. But Mississippi College of Women can just roll them out there. Just I don't get it. I don't get it. Just seems bogus to me. It seems bogus.
Team speak up and be like, "Can we change our team name?"
Yeah.
Where's the Redskins.
It's like every time I go to a bar, and I'm every time I go, I say I play for this team, people start laughing at me. You know what I mean?
The last time that the Delta Devils had a 500 record was in 2004.
It's tough when you go on the road. You know, they tore like the fucking Stones in like 71. You know what I mean?
They
like
actually hosted Middle Tennessee this year, November 27th. They played a home game.
Brandon's got a good point. The name of the college is the recruiting pitch. You just go there and be like, Mississippi College of Women. Think about all the scattered ass.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Don't think about basketball. Think about all that scattered ass. You're gonna go to college. You're gonna enjoy college. Like I mean, this 90% women. I'm just making that up. I don't know the number, but I'm just saying that's the pitch. Yeah, I'll go UC Davis. Survived. So give me that game ball. Mac, what's your final game ball?
Northern Iowa, man. The way that they just drilled Milwaukee, who we think is pretty good. The Panthers out of the Missouri Valley. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. All right. Tomorrow's action. Oh, it's a loaded card. We're 1 hour in. Let's go for 3. Gardner Webb is heading to Durham. North Carolina Central and Lavelle Moten are laying 3.5 after that tough loss in Fairfax. against Mason and Tony Skinn. I'm going to lock up North Carolina Central -3.5 at home. Mac?
Yeah, and I love to take the HBCUs at home, man. They don't get many opportunities to play quality teams at home. So getting them coming to Durham, I like them in a bounce back spot off Mason. I'll join you. Let's go, Lavelle Moton.
The opposing teams aren't used to not getting warm-ups in the game because the women's game is going on. So, yeah, they're not prepared for the delays before, possibly power outages in the zip code area that, limit the lighting in the arenas. So SWAC and MEAC programs, they build character. So we're going to lay the points as well.
It's a standalone game, though. You got to bet it.
Oh yeah, I'll lay it with NC Central. Sure.
There we go. It just dawned on me. I was making this graphic. Is this dog pissing on something?
Yes.
Fantastic. Look at that. It's got the
Colby
leg
might
up.
flip his pick.
I mean, this is a logo from like the 1940s, but or 50s or something. I don't know. I don't know.
How society's changed.
It has.
That was socially acceptable to have a logo of a pissing mascot.
Do you find that offensive these days? So if that was would that cross the line in your mind?
The Gardner Webb's dog name is Diego.
This is a yes or no question.
You asking me?
Oh yeah.
Why aren't you asking? No,
you know the answer, but I'm gonna fucking say.
Yeah, it was an easy I thought it was just rhetorical, and we were gonna move on.
Oh,
Gary K says that's Diego Pavia's dog.
It is. It is.
That's a great comment.
So we got a triple lock on Central, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lavelle Moton.
What is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you.
Triple lock on Lavelle Moton and Central. All right. Cal State Fullerton's heading to Stanford. The Farm, Palo Alto, catching 14. I will take Fullerton plus 14. I can be talked into another lock here, Mac. What are you doing here?
I am trying to figure out why Stanford's like 14 in this game. I mean, Fullerton the other day, I was impressed. They hung in with Grand Canyon in a lit environment. Now they're going to a sleepy spot. This is a standalone game. I'll bet Fullerton. Lock it.
Yeah, let's go.
This is another standalone game, eh?
You with us?
So this is Stanford's second noon game of the season already somehow. But Cocktail Napkin has this at 10.5. So I think we're getting over a possession of value. So yeah, lock it up. Give me Fullerton.
Triple lock on the Titans / Elephants of Cal State Fullerton. It's Cosner's alma mater, Bieniek. All right. Sure, some baseball trivia for you. All right.
Yeah.
You're a big baseball guy.
School. That's a baseball school.
That is a baseball school. They're also a school that built a brand new football stadium, and then a year later we got rid of the football program. Fantastic work there.
They are not
next
a football school.
Ooey Pooey, as Patty C says, is heading to Xavier. Look at this old school Xavier logo. Fucking amazing. Ooey Pooey is catching 31.5. Mac, how do you feel about Ooey Pooey this year?
Yeah, well, I like their coach. I like Corsaro coming over from UIndy. This is now IUND that he's coaching at, so they just flipped the letters. I will lay it though with Xavier.
I'm gonna lay it as well. Shout out to Jay Trinidad, with a fun joke there. Bieniek, what are you doing here?
I like the rebranding. I think they're going to play like a little bit of a better program under the rebrand because, like Mac mentioned, Corsaro, formerly at UIndy, he brings over 4 players from that team that was pretty good last season, And in the first game, I thought they looked okay. So I'm
60.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take the points. I think this is a lot for Xavier team that struggled with Texas Southern opening night.
All right. Next up, Samford. I think we just had a Samford grad in the chat, said he played football there. Shout out to him. I couldn't find a line on this, by the way, when I was building the slide. Can we
Colby,
chat? What's up?
I want you to guess what this is.
This line.
Yes.
Cocktail Napkin has the line at -1 for Stanford.
Okay. What do you think it is, Colby?
I would assume it's like Samford minus like 5.5.
Cornell might be favored here.
It opened at Cornell -1. Now it's at Samford -1. I will lock Samford. They're better than Cornell.
Yes. Athletes against state.
Coach.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Ken
This
Palm
is stink though, man.
Ken Palm had Cornell favored here. So that's why I guessed that Ken Palm or Cornell may have been favored. So they opened it with the Ken Palm number. It's still early in the season. So yeah.
So the line is Samford -1.5. Wait, it does kind of reek though.
Yeah. I'm not like Mac and I were not too high on Samford this year. They lost everybody from last year's team. I'm checking Cornell, double checking what they've got coming back this season.
They're going to press the fuck out of Cornell buckyball. They feast off of teams like this. Cornell lost everybody too.
Yeah, they lost quite a bit too.
I'll join you.
Coach left. This is his second game.
I'll join you.
True.
Let's go. Double lock Samford. Let's go. Bieniek?
They hired from within. I'm going to lay the point with Samford, but no lock for me.
All right. Moving forward. BC is taking on VCU in Annapolis, Maryland, of all places. I heard the good people of Annapolis love VCU basketball. They also love Boston College basketball. So why not play it here? VCU's laid 8.5. I'm going to take
this
the
is part
points
of like
in
a
BC.
CBS Sports Classic or something because Navy's the next game.
Yeah, I saw that. I just think it's a little steep. Give me BC in the points. VCU wins by 4. Mac?
I'll take BC as well. Neutral site. I'll take the points.
I'm going to lay it with VCU. They've got so much more continuity than Boston College does, and I don't like the transfer portal that the BC brought in, so I'm going to lay it with VCU. Ram it.
Line's 10.5 now.
Peter says, how do you play it when the line stinks? Well, sometimes you just say, fuck it. Dive into the stink, like Patty C said.
Yeah. We just dove into it there.
Patty C, I'm sorry. Noah Bieniek said he's on VCU. Ram it. No locks. Damn this. Where are you seeing that at? 11.5. Someone, Gary's saying he saw it at 11.5. That's even better. UMBC is heading to State College. Penn State laying 19.5. I will lay it. Mac?
I think I'm going to lay it too. I mean, Mike Rhodes teams, this is a different kind of Penn State team. I feel like they play more up tempo. So yeah, lay it with Penn State. UMBC is awful.
Bieniek?
I am going to lay it with Penn State. What they put up a bunch of points in their first game, so it was 108 against Binghamton. So yeah, we'll see Penn State out again.
By the way, the Friday card is fire. Kudos to the schedule makers for this Friday.
Yeah, they split it up for once. They're not all on Saturday.
Yeah. I still wish they would have done more day games, but still. Monmouth, Temple. This line reeks. Why is Monmouth a 1.5 point favorite here?
It's up to 3.5 now. I know you did the slides earlier.
Only like an hour ago, though.
I'm laying.
Well, I talked for an hour, so basically 2 hours ago.
Why does this?
I'm going to take Temple as well. It reeks. I'm not locking it because it reeks.
Yeah,
someone's got to be out. Someone's got to be out.
It's Temple.
Yeah,
it's Temple. Temple's always fishy.
Yeah. So
Temple has
and Monmouth's in Jersey, so you know a gambling scandal's about to show up there. But
so my only explanation would be that game one, not everybody knew that Lynn Greer was suspended because of the whole gambling thing last year. But Temple still beat Sacred Heart by 11. Monmouth is not supposed to be good this year.
Well, the game is in Trenton, New Jersey.
Ooh, did I miss that? I might have missed that. My bad.
That could be the explanation. Yeah. It's still low.
Ken Palm has this thing at where is he at in this one? Because cocktail nap.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was saying I'm not taking a Temple stinky line game again. I've seen this shit before.
They got caught for it though. I don't think they're shaving it now. Ken Palm's got this thing at 5. Cocktail napkin has a 9.5.
I wonder if the 43 monkeys escaping has something to do with this line. We got to figure this out.
This is the way you got to play it. Brandon says Monmouth money line. Sprinkle Monmouth money line and lay it with Temple.
Huh. I'm not betting this game. Fuck out of that. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, this is probably the game I like least.
I'm gonna lay it with Temple, but no bet.
Next, St. Peter's is heading to Lowell, Massachusetts to take on UMass Lowell. Lowell, I couldn't find a total in this game, but I had Lowell minus 8.5. It's a big number. This one kind of reeks too. Give me the Peacocks plus the 8.5. Why is this so high?
Well, Lowell's really good at home, and then Peters just came off the big game.
Peters looked good.
They did,
but it was a get up spot against the old coach, old ball coach.
I'm gonna give that a lock. I'm locking Lowell. Just telling you, they're gonna win by double digits. They're good at home, man.
I'm gonna take the points. Temple was minus 9.5, guys, for the cocktail napkin. That's like the third comment I've seen. So yeah, Temple minus 9.5.
Let's do some battle, buddy. Give me those Peacocks plus 8.5. Disrespectful. They're building something there with those Peacocks. All right, moving along. Army is catching 29.5 against Duke. Coach K demands this be on the schedule. I will lay it, but I do think this is a tricky one to bet because they do. I know it's Shire now, but still, Coach K walks around there. He can do whatever he wants. All right, he could detonate a building on Duke, and they'll just be like, "Oh, okay." I'm gonna lay it, but I do think watch when they pull everybody. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'll take Army. I'm not betting Army just because they're playing Durham, but they're gonna Duke's gonna go through the motions. They got Kentucky and the Champions Classic on deck too. So give me the points.
If people don't know, Coach K coached at Army prior. He played at Army.
For those that don't know, the last time Duke played Army, they won by 36. If you're gonna lay the points, do it now because Duke's gonna be public. I am going to lay the points.
Yeah, Duke first half might be the angle here.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, that might be the angle if you're gonna touch that game. But moving along, Austin P. This fire ass logo heading to Hinkle Fieldhouse, my favorite. Butler's laying 14.5. I'm gonna lay it. I'm dying on this hill that Butler's turned a corner. I'm laying the 14.5. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm going back to the well. I'm locking Butler.
I'll join you. Yeah. I'll join you, man.
We're gonna play well tomorrow night.
Yeah, let's go.
They got their
Butler wins by 21 tomorrow night. Right.
You got a whole new team.
You guys rigged the cocktail napkin in the Big East power rankings that we did. So they are laying 19 on the cocktail napkin, but I ain't buying it. I haven't bought that motto with Butler yet until I've seen it, and I haven't seen it. So I'm going to take the points with Austin P. I'm fading the cocktail napkin here. Fuck that napkin. You guys skewed it.
Bieniek.
You guys stained it. Here.
Can you find me this line? I couldn't find it.
Davidson.
I'm assuming Davidson's favored as a short favorite, probably.
Davidson laying 4.5 as of right now.
Oh man,
this is a tough number.
Give me the points.
I agree.
Bob McKillop ain't there yet. You know, I mean, he's not there anymore. So I mean, they're going with Junior. I'm not there with them. They lack athleticism. Give me BG in the points.
I'm gonna lock up Bowling Green. Cocktail Napkins got this at +1.5. I am in the same boat. I'm not buying it with McKillop Jr. And I think Todd Simon did an excellent job year one, and they're at home. So yeah, I'm gonna take the points of Bowling Green. They're gonna win this thing outright.
I'm gonna join Noah.
I'll do it.
Let's go. I like Todd Simon. They play hard. They're disciplined. They're off a loss too in Southern Miss.
Triple lock, Bowling Green. You can get 5 out there, by the way. Get that 5. Ride that money line, though. Let's go. All right, moving forward. St. Francis is heading to Clemson. Take on them Tigers. Clemson's laying 30.5. Good God.
Oh, God.
Give me St. Francis plus 30.5. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'll lay it with Clemson. I need to start handicapping on these Friday night games. Who do they have in football the next day? They
have Virginia Tech.
It used to be a big game. Now it's not.
Yeah, I'll still lay it with Clemson, but it won't be
there's still probably going to be a lot of people at that football game because just a week ago it was built up to be so much better than it is. Yeah. Cocktail Napkin also has this thing at 25.5. I'm not fading Clemson. I like the team this year, but you guys were low on them. So that's why it also was stained on the napkin here. So my pick's Clemson.
Eastern Kentucky's heading to Johnson City, Tennessee to take on the Buccaneers. See, look, this is a newer version of a pirate. Way cooler than that bullshit Charleston Southern one.
This thing's straight out of Avatar. What are you talking about? He's got blue skin.
Dude, that's just, he's got a case of blue balls. It's Johnson City. All right. He's like, where the fuck am I? There ain't no water close to here. Eastern Kentucky's character too is definitely fried chicken guy. What's his name again? Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders.
ETSU's laying 9.5. This is way too many. Give me the points. Lock.
I'm gonna lay it.
Give me 9.5 with Eastern Kentucky. Who the fuck is East Tennessee State to be laying 9.5 points?
I think they got a solid squad this year.
That's
East
true.
Tennessee State.
I think they do too, but I don't think any SoCon team should be laying 9.5 points against Eastern Kentucky.
Battle. Give me ETSU. They're gonna drill EKU. EKU's young, man. ETSU's got some dogs. They're vets.
They still won't cover this, but we'll see you on the gridiron. We got a battle. Colonel Sanders against Mr. Blue Balls. Let's go. All right. The chat's cracking me up. IPFW. The Elephants are heading to the very, very, very Golden Knights.
This slide is gold.
Very, very Golden Knights. Todd Golden should have coached UCF. Damn it! Look,
it's a perfect fit.
I will lay the 10.5 with UCF here. Mac?
No, I'm all for Wade. They're off the A&M Storm or Court Storm.
Storm.
That's a good point. No. That's a good point. That's a good point. I will retract my statement. This is not a lock.
It's easy to see a tide turn.
Give me the points.
Big 12 here. I'm gonna lock another lock for me. I'm lock happy right now. Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne's live. They bring back everybody.
Call the locksmith. Moneyline Max locking up everything. No, what are you doing here?
I'm going to lay with UCF. At home in the Bounce House, there's no way I'm betting against UCF, as we just saw with them taking down Texas A&M. So I'll lay it.
All right, moving forward. I couldn't find a line on this one when I did this. I actually might go to this. I was thinking about going to this game.
3.5, Colby. Charleston's laying it.
This game's awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
Give me South Florida plus 3.5 there. Mac?
I think I'm going to take the points too. It's an interesting spot just because Charleston's coming off South Dakota. South Florida's coming off the emotional Florida game. I'll just take the points.
Yes, I don't bet this game.
I'm out. Yeah.
No. I think South Florida is just a stay away team early this season. I'm actually going to lay it with Charleston. I really liked what I saw opening night. So.
Morehead State, Cincinnati. I didn't find this line. Cincinnati's logo.
This is like
retro
a
logo.
Cat.
It's fucking hilarious. He's like shitting behind him.
Those are paw prints.
Cincy minus 28.
Allegedly. It's under invested. 28. Morehead State looked like shit the other night, though.
I know.
I'm going to lay the 28. What are you doing here, Mac?
I'll take the points, but no bet here.
Bieniek?
Yeah, I'm also going to take the points here. This is another regional battle. We'll see what Morehead State looks like because Louisville looked good. We'll see about Cincinnati. They did not open up that game until like the middle of the second half. I think they played Arkansas Pine Bluff opening night. So, yeah, I'll take the points.
Upstate is heading into Blacksburg, Virginia. Hokies are laying 20.5. This sort of looks like a dick, but man, give me the points.
Oh no! What did I just say? They got the big football game next day. That place is going to be on fire. They're going to get a hell of a
That's a good
crowd.
point. That is a good. I'm still taking the points. Hokies win by 19.
Bot Tech by 30. Lock it up.
This locks are flying off the shelves for Mac over here.
I'm going to take the Hokies too.
Lock?
Rob says maybe your dick.
Whatever happened to that sword vitality? We need that back.
That was the best. That was the best.
I mean, come on, they got to put that back on the helmet. Please, for football, put that Hokie logo on the fucking helmet. Moving along. Murray State is heading to Pitt. Pitt's laying 11.5. Some say Pitt's the best team in the nation. I'm going to lay it. I'm not falling for this Murray State nonsense. This Pitt team, they turned a corner. I saw what they did to Radford. Lay it. Bieniek, what are you doing here?
I'm once again going to fade Pitt here. They lost so much production last year, and Radford had an entirely new team. Murray State, I think, should be feisty this non-conference this year because they do have a solid team on paper. Cocktail Napkins got this thing at 6.5. But again, Pitt has kind of broken the napkin last year and in game one this year. So I'm going to stay away one more time to see what's up.
Mac, I mean, Pitt this is the year they're going to turn that corner.
They're never turning a fucking corner. They fucking suck. Plus 525. Murray State, lock it up. Let's go. This is a proud program.
All right. If I'm being honest, I got to take Murray State. I just want to I want to take Pitt to fuck with Mac. All right.
Come on, let's go.
Give me Murray in the points. I'm not locking it though. I am not locking it. But Mac is locking it. The Racers Bieniek, you locking this?
No.
Okay.
He laid it out, and then he stepped away because he's a Pitt fan.
I think I fucked up this line. What's this Holy Cross, Rhode Island line?
It's gonna be an
Holy Cross. Fucking Holy Cross is heading to Kingston, Rhode Island. Take on the Rams. Lay it.
Cocktail Napkins got this thing at 13.5 in favor of Rhode Island.
It's 17.5.
I'm still laying it, but don't bet it.
Can you lay that many points with Archie?
No, not normally, but Holy Cross is fucking bad, man. Have you watched them?
I mean, Rhode Island did destroy Fairfield opening night too, so maybe a lot. Holy Cross is winning the game against Wisconsin opening night.
Give me the points. No bet.
Yeah, I'm taking the points too.
No bet.
UMass is heading to Morgantown to take on Dub V. Dub V's laying 9.5. Get the fuck out of here. What the hell is this? Lock. UMass plus 9.5. Who the hell? They got Jerry West playing for them again? The hell they doing as a 10-point favorite here? 9.5-point favorite. Mac?
Give me the Minutemen.
Oh, look at
He's wearing
that
the
right
ring
there.
tonight.
Look at that.
Give me the Minutemen, baby. Let's go, Frank. I think this could be a one possession game. I probably think West Virginia wins, but 9.5 is crazy. UMass.
Phoenix?
Rare. I feel like I Benedict my teams a little bit more than Mac. That's rare. I don't know when the last time I saw him pick against W was. I am going to take the points with UMass too.
Lock. Lock it with me.
Oh no, I'm not locking it. I thought you were saying you were locking it.
I already played the music. I did lock it.
No, I'm not locking it.
I'm trying to talk you into locking it, buddy.
I don't know.
There's a world out there.
I'm not jumping in.
And for the chat that's like confused why I'm like rooting for UMass, I work for Frank, and then my boss at Austin Peay's on staff, and then another assistant is the GA I was with. The whole South Carolina staff that I was with is on UMass. I don't know. I mean, I know the guys at W, but I didn't work with them, so it's more of a personal relationship. But taking away the personal side of it, like you said, Colby, it's too many points.
I just don't like. What have they done to deserve that? UMass looked good on opening night. I know it was a shitty opponent, but
UMass is good.
Yeah, I locked that. Let's go. Western Carolina Queens. I couldn't find this number, but these logos are fire. Yeah. You got a lion with the king's head, head on. You got this catamount here that's just wild. It's a good logo matchup. What's that number? Anyone got this? Chat, I'm depending on you.
Queens laying 2.
I'm gonna lay it.
Queens, that stadium does get kind of lit.
Yeah, no.
I remember watching a couple games. I'll lay it too, even though the Cats, I know they're breaking in a new head coach, but still,
yeah.
I guess I'll lay it too. Yeah.
Queens.
Are we all on the same page here? Yeah.
Yeah. Check the picks page. This might be a lock. I love Queens at home.
It's the old Gardner Webb coach, Tim Kraft. You guys liked him, but yeah, it's an entirely new roster.
Yeah.
So.
Hampton is heading to DC. Look at this pirate. We got fucking
the bed and breakfast.
Heading to take on the Colonials of George Washington. George Washington's laying 13.5. It's too many points. Give me these Pirates. Mac?
Yeah, I'm taking the points. It's but no bet. Hampton's burned us so much in the past.
I thought that was a talented Hampton team that won like 4 games last year. Look at the roster, and I was like, "Hey, they got a couple guys I think are pretty good. It's a shame they can't put it together."
They've got Noah Farrakhan this season.
Yeah,
West Virginia legend.
Oh God.
Bieniek, what are you doing here?
Laying it with George Washington.
Wow. Bieniek's always is like go-to is to lay it. He likes the chalk. Presbyterian.
Mac's been the one that's saying he likes the chalk this season.
Oh, I love the chalk early. This is a lock. This is a lock right here.
Presbyterian on the money line. No. NC State is laying 20.5 against Presbyterian. The Blue Hose. We love them Hose. As they come into Raleigh, North Carolina to take on this foo-foo team. Complete nonsense team.
Kill Presbyterian.
I will take Presbyterian plus the 20.5. I wish I could say this with I know you're gonna lock NC State, but yeah, I got a feeling I got a feeling Presbyterian will be hot from 3. Mac, what are you doing?
Dude, them and Pitt, they love blowing out these shit ass teams. I'll lay with NC State and lock it up.
Yeah, this is Presbyterian's 3rd game of the week.
So they're ready.
No, there's a lot of film on them already.
I mean, I love this narrative that the college kids are tired.
No, I was not saying. I'm saying film. There's a lot of film on them already.
Yeah. Kevin Keats doesn't strike me as a film major. Is this a lock for you too, Noah?
Yeah. I've said double lock twice.
Double lock. Bieniek, Mac, riding with the pussy pack. A couple of pussies over there. All right. Grambling catching 21.5 at Oxford against Ole Miss. I'll lay it. Lock. I will lay it with Ole Miss. Mac?
You know my system. I always fade the HBCUs on their freaking world tour. Ole Miss by 30+. Lock it.
Yeah, I'm locking this too. This is a triple lock.
Oh, there we go.
Cocktail Napkins got this thing at 24.5. I think Ole Miss's offense is really good this season. The defense is going to come along at some point. Yeah, lock this in.
Triple lock on Ole Miss minus 21.5.
Look at that now. I think it's going to be at 26 by tomorrow. 26, 27 tomorrow.
Iona is taking on the Hofstra Flying Dutchman pride. The
Flying Dutchman pride. I love it.
Well, they were the Flying Dutchman, you know. I was trying to find that logo, but it seems the internet doesn't have that logo. It's so offensive to the the Dutch. The Dutch, I don't think they've ever been offended. But Hofstra's laying 3.5. This is a fun game. Tobin Anderson's the best coach in America. And I do think Iona covers this. I think they're live on the money line, Mac. Give me the Gales. And shout out to the great Tobin Anderson. Mac, what are you doing here?
I was just curious. I was like, I didn't see Hofstra play. They played Old Westbury the other night. I'll take Iona too. I'm not betting this. I think this is a competitive game.
It is a fun game. It's a fun game.
Yeah.
I think Hofstra is one of the best teams in the CAA. I'm going down with the napkin again. We saw this. I am riding with it. They looked impressive against Princeton, but I think Hofstra is just slightly below Princeton. Iona hitting the road again here. I'm going to take Speedy Claxton in the bunch. I think they got a better defense than Princeton this time around. So I think that athleticism of Iona is not really going to eat up the staples as much. So lock it up. Cocktail Napkins got this thing at -7.
Wow. Locking this thing up. Bieniek locking up the Flying Dutchman -3.5.
It's still a very, very new roster over there at Iona. They're a bunch of transfer portal kids, never played before with each other. Hofstra brings the most production back in the CAA.
Georgia Southern was heading to Wilmington. I was thinking about going. I was Charleston or Wilmington. I was considering going to. We'll see. Wilmington's laying 4.5, over under a 149.5. Mac, I can be talked into locking up Wilmington minus 4.5 because I've been to that stadium. That's a legit good home crowd.
This ain't great.
Yeah, but still, that's a legit good home crowd. Like Georgia Southern games are empty as fuck.
Would you take my advice on what game you should go to, Colby?
But sure, I'd listen to it.
I would go to the Charleston one over this one.
But I think Monkeys, man.
I think Georgia Southern's going to be all right, but I think it's going to take some time for them to gel. UNC Wilmington loses a lot from last season. I just think the quality of game, like you have the storyline with South Florida. Charleston's a really good team. They bring back their player of the year in the conference. So I would go to that one. As for this game, I'm going to lay it with Wilmington.
Let me tell you something though. Wilmington's a team that's got culture. They're like, I can remember back 100%. To like 25 years of decent basketball.
Stittle's got a good thing going over there too.
Fringe lock with Wilmington. I might. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go, Bieniek. You lock this. Let's lock this.
No, I'm not locking it.
I'm going to take Wilmington minus 4.5. That they show up to their games. I think that's a legit advantage, especially in that conference. Like the Sun Belt doesn't play in that many lit basketball environments.
They don't?
The Sun Belt?
Sun Belt has good fan bases.
Football,
I would think
football environments.
Basketball too.
No, I would describe it as one of the worst basketball conferences with home environments.
I'm taking the points, but I'm not betting this.
If you give them something to be passionate about, like App State last year when they hosted Auburn, they showed the fuck up. Like if you're a good program, they've got good crowds in the Sun Belt.
I'm just saying, watch a Troy basketball game. They were good a couple years ago, right? Watch a South Alabama basketball game. Watch a Georgia Southern game. Georgia State. I mean, I guess when Hunter had it going, Georgia State was all right, but it still wasn't a hornet's nest. Like a hornet's nest, okay. JMU, I'll give them their flowers, right? Southern Miss, I'll give them their flowers. But Louisiana is, even when they're good, they don't pack that thing. ULM's a fucking dud. You know what I mean? There's not many lit environments in the Sun Belt.
I think Louisiana might get offended with you calling them out specifically.
They're great for football. For basketball, shit, I bet them a ton. I was on them last year. Your crowds are weak. Look like one of my comedy shows. Weak. All right. Anyway, there will be the DFS show tomorrow. By the way, someone was asking about the college football DFS show. Yes, to myself, NC Nick tomorrow morning. South Carolina State. I could do this one, but this is one that's I think the Monkeys will cancel this game. 43 Monkeys are out. The Palmetto State is fucked. South Carolina bounce back spot. I will lay the 17.5. Don't love it though, Mac.
I will lock up the Gamecocks. As much as I love South Carolina State, I think this number is as low as it's going to get. They're off a loss. They're going to be focused. And South Carolina State almost beat them 2 years ago. Bad spot for the Bulldogs. I love E-Mart, but sorry, I'm taking the Gamecocks.
One on Mac, locking up the Gamecocks. Bieniek?
I'm going to take the points. I think this is a lot of points for an in-state little brother angle. So SC State threatened them in 2022. They only lost by 3, and South Carolina needed a last-second 3 to win that game. So I'm going to go with that angle and take the points.
Oh, we got just a thank you for playing this at home. Thank you, college basketball. Thank you. The problem with college basketball over the past 10 years, and I do believe today's college basketball game, I will argue with people over this. I think this overall state of college basketball is healthier today than it was 25 years ago, 30 years ago. People will disagree, but my own brother, not NC Nick, but my other brother will disagree with me. But that's because I think he only paid attention to like the top 20 teams. The overall state, 300 teams in, to me is healthier than it's ever been. But one of my biggest complaints over the past 5 to 10 years is they put all these awesome games in like Vegas or Hawaii or Chicago.
I want to push back and say football is even worse.
For a neutral site?
Yep. It's gotten even worse. The first 3 weeks, you don't see a great game on campus. You don't.
I feel like
you get all these things in domes, and you're complaining about it each and every single week. I'm going to push back.
Football's fixed.
All the classics at the neutral sites are great because it allows them to play multiple games in one weekend, so it limits the travel. And also, some of them have really historic sites and cool sites to see basketball games. And you don't see them every
dude.
year.
But when North Carolina plays Kansas, whether it's Chapel Hill at the Dean Dome or whether it's the PHOG, college basketball is at its best.
I agree. I'm just pushing back. You're shitting on college basketball for having neutral site games when college football is the same way.
No, I think college football's cleaned it up over the past couple of years.
No, I think
worse. Like what? Who this year? Georgia
You're going
Clemson,
out to Ireland now. That never used to happen.
No, that always happened. That happened since the 80s when Holy Cross went there.
But it just started happening in the last 3 years.
No, not true. UCF Penn State 2011. UCF Penn State 2011.
It was not every year, and now there's like
okay, but it was still frequent. It was frequent.
Yeah, but it's getting worse.
No, I disagree.
The Chick-fil-A Classics the first
next
week
year, dude. First off, you had Miami at Florida this past year, right?
Yeah.
5 years ago, that would have been in Atlanta, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yes, because trust me, I think I study it more than you.
Yeah, I think you do too, and I think that's why you love football a lot more than basketball, in my opinion. I think you're shitting on basketball unnecessarily. Because
I'm telling you,
there's
basketball.
Just as many neutral site games in football.
That's not true because there's 360 teams, but it's not true. The college football actually cleaned it up a lot.
Of the amount of teams, I think so. All of the big games early are neutral.
Yeah, college football has actually cleaned it up a lot over the past couple of years.
I don't think so.
Trust me,
as a TMZ fan,
I know
the big games are at neutral sites. It pisses me off.
You're talking like the playoffs? Are you talking the playoffs?
No, I'm talking regular season. I haven't mentioned one single playoff or bowl game.
Name one besides Georgia and Clemson this
year.
Oregon. What?
Why
they didn't play
Georgia, Oregon 2 years ago? Why are they
Georgia 3 years ago, buddy? That's what I just said.
Texas A&M, Arkansas. That's a yearly thing in Dallas. I can go all day long.
That's like the Cotton Bowl, though, dude. That's
no, it's not. It's an AT&T Stadium. That's not the Cotton Bowl.
And that's gone next year, by the way.
Okay, I'm ready to move on. I'm just pushing back on you, and you got offended.
Let's go to the fall.
It's just not accurate.
I don't think you're telling the truth.
Fog.
North Carolina's catching 7.5 at Kansas. This game's awesome. I will take Kansas. I will lay the 7.5. I will lock it. Yes.
This is a triple lock.
Yeah. This is, I mean, in one way, it's like the neutral site might make the game closer, probably, definitely, but just the scene is what makes college sports great, and to disregard that is silly.
This is a bad matchup for Carolina too.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're still trying to find their identity in the front court, and then Kansas has got all this size and the fog. I mean, the fog is the fog.
Yeah.
Triple lock.
Just going back and like handpicking a couple of examples where, Kansas hosted huge non-conference home games the last 2 seasons. They won and covered against UConn, and they won and covered against who was the year before? It was Indiana. They destroyed Indiana the year
Killed
before.
them.
So
yeah.
They went and covered, and Mac already mentioned it. The size between the two teams is going to be quite noticeable, not only because Dickinson down low and North Carolina doesn't have a front court, but North Carolina's got 3 small guards that they're going to be starting. Kansas has plenty of depth. with their wings and point guard, DeJuan Harris. I think he's better than Elliot Cadeau. So, yeah, lay it, lock it up.
This is the Royal
Triple lock. Let's go. Lay the 7.5. Get it now. I'm actually curious. You think this will be shorter? You guys think tomorrow at this time? You think it'll be 5.5?
I don't
6?
think it goes lower than 7.
Yeah, I don't think it moves too much, to be honest. I think both fan bases are pretty huge to be betting it.
Shout out to David Matola. And honestly, like Saban started this thing where they kind of stopped playing neutral site games. Alabama was notorious for that.
Donaldson has a good point. Like, it just seems like such an easy lock that it nerves me a little bit, but I'm still going all the way in head first.
I mean, but the average person might be like, man, I'm getting 7 with North Carolina.
But Kansas has that.
That's a big
Kansas has that
thing.
preseason #1 AP poll ranking. So
True.
Average person will look at that and say
this game's great. This game's
Awesome.
great. I look forward to watching every second of it. Speaking of
Jay Trinidad asked me if it falls below 7, would I take UNC? And the answer is no. Cocktail Napkin has it 9.5, and I would take this thing in double digits too. I think Kansas is just a much better team this year.
I don't know if I would take it at 11.
I wouldn't bet it, but yeah, I would still lay the points.
Okay.
I would lay the points honestly with Kansas.
That's fair. That's fair. I think I would. The real Blue Devils are heading to Philly to take on St. Joe's. Great logo here. It's it's just great. St. Joe's laid 15.5. What? Lock.
That's their mascot, by the way. Like, what's his name? Parrish always shits on the Hawk mascot for St. Joe's.
I'm shitting on whoever made this line because the Blue Devils are gonna cover this. Let's go. What the hell is this? 15.5? Mac?
God, does it stink that it's that high? But I mean, this is the same line on Navy the other night. I'm with you. I like the Blue Devils here. I'll lock it with you.
I'm going to take the points, but no lock. You guys go ahead.
Let's go. Gary K saying the real Blue Devils are the best team in Connecticut. That's right. Sienna. We got. Let's go to the dog pound, guys.
Oh yeah.
I'm curious. The Bryant Bulldog, which I don't remember what type of bulldog it actually is, but
looks like
the Bulldog's a great dog. The Bulldog is a great dog, but at the same time, the Saint Bernard is a badass dog too. I mean, aside from this spread being 11.5, and I will lock Sienna, but I'm saying dog wise, who is the cooler breed?
I like the
Saint Bernard's rare.
I like the Brian Bulldog, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. The Saint Bernard's got the drool, but damn it, I think they got better personalities than Bulldogs. That's true. And Bulldogs got they can't breathe, man. They fucked it up.
It's not even drool, it's slobber.
We put them in those monkey labs and they broke out. And then they found out they couldn't fucking breathe. They all die like randomly when they're 6 years old, just running around.
My buddy had a Saint Bernard Mastiff mix, and he was gigantic. That dog was big.
Mastiff is a big motherfucker. So
yes, it is.
That's a pretty cool combination there. The Saint Bernard though, who wins in a fight here? The Bulldogs got low positioning, but you take a bite out of Saint Bernard, you're just getting a bunch of fur. You know what I mean? Like
experience, the Bernard's slow. It's sturdy. It don't move too well.
Lacking hips, but the breathing problems of Brian to make it tricky. I'm sorry, like the Bulldog. I'm sorry, not Brian.
The Bulldog could hide under the Bernard.
It's true, but the Bernard's got to come down at some point, and that's a lot of weight for that chest that can't breathe. I'm locking up Sienna plus the points though. This line, I just don't want to lay 11.5 with fucking Bryant. I mean, who are they to be laying 11.5? Mac?
I felt the same way as the St. Joe's game. I was like, why are they laying 11.5? I'll join you here. Sienna. The Saints are marching. Jerry McIntyre.
Look, I talk a lot of shit about Kirk Herbstreit on the college football show. I want to say love and condolences to his dog Ben. Man, it's so sad. Passed away today.
Yeah.
Wow.
You didn't see that? Like the entire timeline was talking about it.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing like a good dog, man. Bieniek, what are you doing here?
I'm gonna lay it with Bryant. I think they've got a really, really old team, and Phil Martelli Jr. is the dude.
Is he?
Yeah.
Phil Martelli Sr. is the dude. Junior's just living off the coattails.
Junior had a nightmare scenario dropped on his lap last year, and he did pretty well with it.
I mean, you can't get caught doing coke in your, you know what I mean?
Just hide it in the drawer. Hide it in the desk drawer. Right?
I think that's where it was, right?
That's why.
Okay. Yeah. You gotta be a little bit smart. Just keep it in your pocket. No one's gonna search you when you're the fucking head coach. All right. William and Mary heading to Radford. Love this little in-state battle here. William and Mary laying 3. I want to lock Radford, but good God, was that a bad pick by me the other night?
Yeah, I'm with
I
you.
think they're better than William and Mary, dude.
I do too, but I want them to prove it to me. I'll just take Radford no bet.
I'm also going to take the points here.
Oh man, fuck this. I'm locking up Radford +3.
All right,
let's go.
Oh, we have to lose by 40. Let's go, D Nice.
Yeah. The Radford should, if you're going to put the plaid logo, can you make the whole uniform plaid? No one's done that. Needs to happen. The Norse of Northern Kentucky, their logo looks like something out of Big Trouble Little China here, but they're heading to West Lafayette to take on the Boilermakers. Purdue's laying 20.5. Give me the Norse and the points. No lock though. I don't know. Maybe you could talk me into this. Mac, what are you doing here?
I won't talk you into locking at Mackey Arena. No, thank you. I'll take the points though.
Yeah,
I'm also going to take the points. Purdue did not look too sharp with Corpus Christi coming to town. It looks like a 3-man team. Just Braden, TKR, and Fletcher Lawyer. We'll see what happens.
St. Thomas, the Tommies. Is this in Green Bay? I could have swore I saw this on a different location. Anyway,
I think it's in Green Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay.
Okay, for some reason I thought it was in Milwaukee, but St. Thomas is laying 3.5. The over under at 149.5. Should we lock the Tommies, Mac?
Yes, that was Gottlieb's Super Bowl. Has he prepared for this game at all? He's been on the radio all week. So give me the Tommies. The Tommies in the class.
Let's lock up the Tommies.
St. Thomas on the cocktail napkins -10. So I'm also going to tail this with you guys.
Yeah,
lock it up.
Yeah, I mean, Gottlieb's going to see the layup drill for St. Thomas and be like, "Oh, we got this."
Gottlieb better have gotten a new polo by now.
Triple lock on the Tommies. Let's go. I need to get the Tommy gun drop from Home Alone. South Alabama is at Nichols. Nichols laying 5.5. I'll lay it. Mac?
South Alabama lost their opener. I'm going to take the points in a close game here. Close game.
I'm also going to take the points here. It might be a little bit of an Illinois State situation. Who knows?
Furman is heading to Belmont.
Great game.
Two great programs historically. Furman is catching 2.5 at Belmont. I'm going to lay the 2.5 because that place gets lit, but this is a fun watch. I could be talked into a lock because of that home environment.
I'm high on Furman this year. I think Furman's going to win the game outright.
No.
Yeah, I didn't agree with you being that high on Furman this year. I'm also going to lay it with Belmont here.
No locks.
I think Belmont's a player in the Missouri Valley this
This is
season.
a great fucking game to watch, by the way. This is a very good game to watch. Yeah.
Yes. Mac and I ranked this in the top 5 of games to watch tomorrow.
Yeah.
Georgia State's heading to Stark Vegas, where Mississippi State's laying 21.5. This is like the Virginia angle, man. I feel like I wanted to lock Mississippi State so bad here because I feel like they're just going to fuck them up on the defensive side of the ball. But they're so bad on offense.
Yeah.
Can they cover 21.5? I don't know. I'm going to lay the 21.5. Normally I just automatically take the points.
So they put up 95 on West Georgia night 1. Cocktail Napkin has one of the biggest fades cooked in on Georgia State this season. It's like just nothing to like on the roster at all. Cocktail Napkin's got a -27. I'm locking this. Mississippi State looked pretty potent on offense, honestly, opening night. Hubbard had 26 points, and then Claudell Harris, the transfer from Boston College, had 20. So those two are going to provide big-time offense all year long with a mix of maybe Kanye Cleary, who was the leading scorer of Penn State last year, and the defense is going to shut down Georgia State.
I've been a Chris Jans fan for a long time. But I mean, I'm with you. No, I'm laying the points, but I'm terrified because I have seen good. When he was at New Mexico State, they had good offensive games, but I've never seen a coach. Maybe you could say Tony Bennett or something, but like they can go fucking cold. All of his teams can go cold. I actually like wonder how much they practice offense. Like you might have some scoring. But I just know at some point they can go cold. But I'm still going to lay it just because I think just this play, it's a bad spot. And for some reason, I just think that like Georgia State's not going to be able to score. Mac,
I like the
angle
angle from Damani. He says maybe the Georgia State team total under might be the better angle.
That's true. That I agree.
I will have some action on this game, 100%.
I'm gonna lay it. I checked. Mississippi State's actually on the road to Tennessee, and back to our Ole Miss pick. I forgot they have Georgia coming to them in football. They're going to annihilate Grambling on Friday night.
Should we do a little Mississippi two-step and parlay Ole Miss and Mississippi State?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm betting both tomorrow.
All right, fuck it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Triple lock, Hail State. Add that parlay to the card. Moving forward. ULM is heading to New Orleans. Take on Tulane. Tulane's laying 9.5. Give me the points. I don't know. No. Dude, I feel like Hunter's team, like when it's a layup like this, I feel like they traditionally like barely get by on these ones. They'll win in like overtime by 4. Yeah. Give me the points. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm on Monroe. I'm not laying points with Hunter. I think his team sucks.
Yeah, it's a brand new backcourt. I'm also taking the points with the Warhawks.
Florida Gulf Coast heading to Fort Worth, Texas. Take on TCU. Give me the points in Gulf Coast. Mac?
I think I'm gonna lay it, but I don't have a strong conviction on this one because Gulf Coast can pop up in these games, but TCU is good in bye games.
They are.
Except for that one time against Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Well, yeah, they had their whole team injured. They had like 4 starters out for that game, though. But they still should have won. They still should have won.
Actually, no, it was Northwestern State. Sorry. They actually flirted with disaster twice that season.
Yeah, Pine Bluff actually lost by 1, right?
Yeah, Northwestern.
I remember
State
that. Yeah.
Yeah, they had Miles and Ball, and then another starter out.
That was the year that Colby bought in on a national championship ticket.
No, both. Well, last year I bought on a Final Four. 2 years ago it was national championship.
And that was the year.
I'm done with Jamie
they
Dixon.
Flirted with disaster.
I'm done with Jamie Dixon.
I'm going to lay it here.
Poor pick guy. You can't rely on him in March.
I'm going to lay it here. I think Florida Gulf Coast is going to take some time this season.
Arkansas State's getting 22.5 in Tuscaloosa.
How many points get scored in this game?
A ton.
At what point do you buy into to the Red Wolves being like? What's your number where you feel confident that they will stay within?
I don't know if they're going to hit their shots, they stay in. If they're going to miss the shots, they're going to get their doors blown off because this game's going to fly.
I'm going to lay it. Mac?
I am going to lock Arkansas State. This is Nate Oates' former assistant.
Yeah.
Remember last year he kept it within the number? They got McNeese on deck, Purdue on deck, Illinois on deck, Houston on deck, Rutgers. They'll win by 18-20. Give me Arkansas State. This is their Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm also on the points here.
Money line, Mac, locking it up. No way. Are you locking it as well?
No, I'm also on the points because I was going to say if Mac didn't with the coaching angle, and also Alabama's dealing with some injuries. They're just trying to get those guys healthy for the stretch of games that Mac just listed. Grant Nelson only played 15 minutes game one. Latrell Wrightsell only played 16 minutes game one. So yeah, they're just easing some of these guys in. Nobody played more than 24 minutes night one. I think it's a little bit of the same, and Oates doesn't feel the pressure to put the pedal to the metal in this one against Hodgson. So,
all right, moving forward, SIU Edwardsville is in Champaign taking on the Illini. Illini laying 26.5. Give me the points. 21-point win here. Mac, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think Edwardsville could keep this within the number. Edwardsville covered the other night. I think they lose by like 22. I'm with you.
Bieniek?
I'm also gonna take the points with Edwardsville. I do not feel good about this though, because Illinois tends to blow these teams out.
Yeah, so I'm with you. Howard is catching 19 in Columbia, Missouri against Mizzou. Give me the points, Mac.
I'll take the points too. I don't trust Missouri in basketball. I don't trust Missouri in football. No.
Do they need to make a statement though? Like they choked in the second half against Memphis once again. Like there's a lot of noise coming out of Columbia, Missouri right now. I'm gonna take the points because I'm gonna need to see it to believe it. But I would not be surprised if Missouri runs it up here.
Little battle of Texas A&M's. Commerce is heading to College Station, Texas.
Did you hear the news today about Commerce changing their name effective immediately?
To what?
Texas A&M East.
Really?
That's got to be a joke, right?
No, it's not. It's not. Hold on. I got to find it because somebody tagged me in it on Twitter. Tagged you too.
I never understand these these schools that gotta change it like this. You've already established this. You're stupid. You're foolish. Having said all of that, give me A&M minus 31. I just think they're gonna fuck them up. Mac?
They're going to annihilate them. Lock. This is Commerce's third game this week in 5 days. A&M's off a loss where they got the court stormed on them. They're going to kill Commerce by 40. Lay it with the buzzsaw.
Yeah. That's a
I'm
lock.
with Mac on that too.
Yeah.
I'm not locking it, but
yeah.
Money line Mac locking up the all right. I'll fucking join you on this. Double lock A&M minus 31. Let's go.
Did he just freeze?
Where'd he go? Is he back?
I don't know. But Texas A&M, East Texas A&M University.
Oh my God, what is wrong with society? Are you back,
Colby's
Colby?
frozen. No, I think he's frozen.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, East Texas A&M, Colby. Your thoughts?
I mean, I just think they're foolish. I don't understand why. Like, what is the difference?
And it's effective immediately too.
At least Commerce gives you like some type of I believe I mean, I think it's a mistake personally. I think it's more confusing now because there's West Texas A&M, there's East Texas A&M. It's like, what are we doing here?
I agree. Don't love it.
Yale's laying 6.5 in Chicago. Avetta's going to be at this game apparently in the chat. She's saying she's being there.
She's everywhere.
6.5 points. Give me UIC in the points. I don't trust these Ivy League teams. Mac, what are you doing here?
We both hate the Ivy League so much deep down. Fucking pussies. I'll take the points. I'll never forgive him for canceling that season.
UIC needs to work on their logo, but I'm with you. Yeah, that season was in football too. They did it like in 2 years. I feel like. The UIC logo needs some help. I'm your guy. All right, 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE. Bieniek, what are you doing here in Chicago?
Illinois, Chicago with the new era. Robert Essan was a former assistant of who used to be at UAB.
Jared Haas.
So we don't like the Haas regime, so I'm gonna lay it with Yale actually.
Mount St. Mary's taking on Maryland, catching 23.5. I got burned taking Manhattan. Manhattan should have hit. You know what? Fuck this. Give me Mount St. Mary's plus 23.5. Mac, what are you doing here?
I will take the points. Yeah, come on, Donnie Lynn's my guy. Let's go. I hate Maryland too.
Bieniek, what are you doing here with these Terps?
I am going to lay it, and it hurts me so much to say that. I don't like Maryland this year, but lay it.
Houston Christians taking on Texas. Texas laying 32.5 off the loss. This is a lock. Lay it. That stadium's rocking. I mean, this is a 60-point win, right?
Don't they have? Well, hey, is this one of those games?
Florida.
Are they playing this one in the volleyball arena? No, it's the Moody Center. Yeah, I'll join you. Lay it. Hook them.
That shit gets lit. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna destroy it. And they got Florida football the next day. It's gonna be rocking.
Yeah.
How is it rocking? So for the SEC, is it just rocking at all times when football comes in?
The Friday night football crowds get like this was
Florida doesn't
when
bring
they have a
crowd.
home game on Saturday.
Yeah, when you have a home game, you got people coming in for the weekend. They want to get fucking cocktails, get drunk, and they start at the basketball game, and it's a rowdy crowd.
I understand that point, but I'm just saying, I don't think Florida people are going to be nuts about because Florida's coming to town. But yeah, lay the points.
Florida.
Wait, no, they will, dude.
It's the SEC.
They could go, but they could go to the national. Like this is
top 5.
Yeah, they're going for Texas. They're not going for Florida. Is my point.
It's the first ever Texas Florida SEC.
Yeah,
brands.
I think you're wrong on this. No, I think people will. They do care because Florida's won so many national championships in a lot of people's lifetime.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to downplay the SEC. I'm trying to say like if Florida's going to bring people out, then every game in the SEC is going to bring people out. So
Monty in the chat goes, I'm in Austin. There are a ton of Florida fans in town already. So I mean,
they travel.
Let that toilet flush.
They're not going to be. I don't think they're going to be showing up to the Moody Center rooting for Texas.
Oh, wait. Florida fans?
Florida fans. I don't think Florida fans are showing up to the Moody Center rooting for Texas.
I'm saying you get the crowd.
I know. Yeah.
And they're going to get up for Florida on Saturday. I mean, they're top 5, and it's Texas, Florida. It's 2 brands.
Yeah, I get your point. I get your point. I don't think Florida fans will be going to the Houston Christian Texas game.
No, they don't
No.
give a fuck.
Florida fans are going to be doing nose beers at the on 6th Street. You know what I mean? Like Arizona State is headed to Vegas to take on Santa Clara.
Man, I was hoping that they would be a dog in this one so I could play it on the money line, but Arizona State sucks that much, Colby.
Well, it's easy to see a tide turn, buddy.
He was raised.
Whoa.
It's easy to see a tide turn.
Arizona State lock. Give me the 4.5. I actually think there's a 5 out there. Forks up. This is former Pussy Pack head coach Herb Sendek. Fucking never trust someone named Herb. Mac, what are you doing here? You want to do a battle?
No, I will join you, man. Come on. This has gone too far, the hate for Arizona State.
I agree.
They found a way to win the other night. I know they didn't look good. Everybody's blowing Santa Clara off that standalone game. This is a Big 12 Arizona State. You fucking show up here. Let's go, Sun Devils.
I also think I'm not locking this, but I also think it's an overreaction here. Like, I'm high on Santa Clara, but Cocktail Napkin only got them -1. So taking the points, this is big time overreaction of just Arizona State.
Arizona State did fire Herb Sendek, though. That is a good point.
He'll be over emotional. Be
Did you see him the other night on the field of 68?
He probably forgot.
He was
I
rapping.
don't think he forgot.
Yeah, you're rich. You're in Tempe. Well,
No. This is Henderson, Nevada.
Yeah, it's in Vegas.
No. I'm saying when he was the coach of Arizona State. When you get fired, you're in Tempe. You going chasing all the scattered ass. You know what I mean? Herb Sendek looks like a guy. I guarantee you, Herb Sendek had a hilarious station moment where it just had. We didn't know about it, but it happened.
Arizona State's gonna win outright. Let's go.
I agree. Let's go.
They got Gonzaga in 2 days. They gotta win this game.
I agree. Double lock on the Sun Devils. CJ Sullivan, the bet detective. Check out the Bottom Line Bombs podcast. I'll be doing a podcast with him tomorrow. His Duquesne Dukes are catching 5.5 at Princeton. I will lay it with Princeton and I will lock it up. Lay the 5.5. Mac?
Wait, are you sure? Oh, yeah, this game. So is it a neutral site doubleheader with Monmouth and Temple before it?
Yes.
Did I fuck this up
in
again?
Trenton, New Jersey. No.
That's like what, 10 minutes away?
It's in New Jersey, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll lay it. I'm not gonna bet it just because Duquesne's off the loss.
Yeah, it's just not their home building. Fun fact, I was actually at this game in person last year. In Pittsburgh. Duquesne was the closest D1 school to me, to my old university. I think Princeton covers pretty easily. This is a fringe bet for myself, not because the Cocktail Napkin likes it. I just think Duquesne is going to take some time this year with the brand new coach, Joyce. Lay it, fringe lock, check the picks page.
All right. Harvard is in Annapolis, Maryland, taking on Navy. Navy's laying 2.5. Huh? Give me Harvard. Money line.
Yeah, wrong team favored.
Yeah. I mean, it stinks a little bit. I
feel like Navy's been really good in this event, though. It's their event. Give me Navy.
Yeah.
Bieniek?
I am going to say this is if you're not already classifying it as a breakout game against Marist, Robert Hinton on national television, at least it's CBS Sports Network, not quite national, but he is on television. I think he's going to have another great game. This is the stud freshman again for Harvard, the next Malik Mack, Mack broke out last season. Robert Hinton is going to be really good this season. He was a highly touted freshman in the recruiting rankings, and we talked about this during the Ivy League preview. Once he committed to Harvard, he kind of dropped like a rock in those rankings, Colby.
The classic.
Yeah, he was outside the top 100.
That is college sports.
He was outside the top 100 after he committed. So this kid's legit. He's really good for Harvard. I think he takes over this game. They cover. No bet.
The classic, you just see it. So Cormani McLean was 1. Deion signed him. He was a 5-star the day before Deion signed him. Deion signs him. Oh, he's a 4-star.
I knew
4-star.
Like that story.
Well, there's just so much. I'm forgetting like 50. Anytime like Boise gets like a 4-star. No, he's actually, you know what? They messed up. He's a 3-star. You know what I mean? It's like anytime someone that's not the traditional, power.
It's just a computer database. Once they rate all the schools,
messed up.
They power rate them, and he committed to Harvard.
Yeah.
Harvard's worth 3 points instead of 5, where he was projected to go.
But preseason rankings don't matter. Keep telling yourself that.
Oh no!
How about these preseason rankings?
What the fuck are we gonna do with Villanova?
Yeah.
This is their 3rd game in 5 days.
I'm fading it. I am taking NGI.
I think I got to take the points. Yeah, you got it, right?
Dickinson had an incredible game the other night, and they still lost outright, and they gave up 90 points to Columbia. You got to be on NJIT here.
I'm not betting it. I mean, Villanova, if they had any fucking nuts, they would blow fucking NJIT out by 50. But I don't trust Kyle Neptune, and it's their 3rd game in 5 days. Give me the points. I'm staying away.
Yeah. Northwestern State is heading into Lubbock. Texas Tech's laying 34. I'll lay it. No bet. Mac.
I want to bet Texas Tech so bad. They got Colorado coming in there. The place is going to be jumping. Lay it.
Yeah, this is the second time that my cocktail napkin's been relatively low on the line compared to where Texas Tech's been at. And I faded them the first time. I think I need to adjust the napkin. I'm going to lay the points. I think Northwestern State's not in an ideal spot right now.
No.
UC Riverside is heading to the Super Soaker to take on BYU. BYU is laying 20.5. Give me Riverside the points. They covered for me at Oregon. They can go up to that filthy Super Soaker. BYU wins by 17. Mac?
I'm intrigued by this game because obviously it was a get up for the new coach in game 1. Now game 2, you get a kind of a sneaky opponent here. I'll take the points with Riverside. BYU wins by 15, but I'm going to stay away. I'm scared of the Provo.
Yeah, I think Central Arkansas was just really, really bad. Yeah. And Riverside, I think, can be feisty in non-conference this year. They return a lot of production from last season. And BYU's without Dallin Hall, or at least they were for game 1. So not fully healthy BYU team. I'm going to take the points.
Lock. Do it, you pussy. Do it.
I'll join you.
Yes.
I'll give you the peer pressure.
Yes. They are good. And that's a culture play, man. They built that thing up.
BYU 15. Let's go.
George Mason, start your football program, George Mason. Perfect time to do it tomorrow. They're heading to Milwaukee. Take on Marquette, Shaka Smart, and the Golden Eagles. Mason was impressive in night 1, game 1, whatever the fuck you want to say. I think they're going to lose here. I think they're going to not cover the 11.5.
I was more impressed by Marquette in night 1, honestly. They dismantled. Who did they play again? Dismantled Stony Brook.
No, I'm on Marquette here. That's my point. But yeah, I mean, Mason, I my heart's with Mason, especially once they start their football program. But I'm just going to lay the 11.5 with Marquette. No lock.
Do you
Mac?
feel bad about them not getting their foreign trip in this summer?
No.
You
No,
said
I
your
do
heart's
not.
with Mason, so
Well, I mean, look, I think I like. I mean, that Final Four run was one of the best runs ever to me. I've always liked them. I've been to basketball games there at the Patriot Center. I'm disappointed in their school's leadership. I think it's been maybe the worst out of any school in the country. They should have had football a long time ago. It doesn't make any sense to me. They have fucking a baseball team and a basketball team, and like it just you're 2 hours away from JMU. See what JMU did. It's mind numbing. They have like 42,000 people enrolled there. It's really mind numbing.
It's 110
They have 40.
athletes.
They're rich as fuck, man. Go to like it doesn't make sense. Anyway, Marquette's gonna Marquette by 15. Mac,
I'll give you a bold one. I think Mason keeps this close. I'm gonna lock Mason. I don't trust Marquette yet.
Money line Mac locking up the Patriots plus 11.5. Bieniek?
Oh, I'm laying it with Marquette.
Another Big East sleepy spot. Let's go.
Marquette was one of the teams that didn't sleep, though.
Yeah, which means they're sleeping tomorrow.
Northern Colorado is catching 12.5 in Boulder against Colorado. I have a rule. Didn't hit last time, but I believe it will hit this time. Give me the 12.5. I'll take these dogs, especially little brother. Eastern Washington doesn't hate Colorado like I'm sure the people in Greeley do. Give me the 12.5. Mac?
This is fridge lock on Northern Colorado too.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Bieniek?
This is the Ben Carey Bowl. I'm going to lay it with Colorado.
Shout out to the great Ben Carey. Long Beach State is heading to Brookings. I mean, let's have a moment here. This is out of all the games, the biggest culture shock.
Yeah.
Out of every, like going from Long Beach, California to Brookings, South Dakota is definitely, it's like going to a fucking different planet. Man, 9.5's a big number off that huge win. Give me Long Beach plus the points. No lock because of the culture shock angle. Mac, what are you doing here?
Well, and they don't have Munson still. They're still trying to find themselves. So yeah, I'll take the points. No bet.
Yeah, and Long Beach is a total grab bag of talent because they bring in Devin Askew. He's in his own right, never consistent. He could look like a star one night and a total bust the next. New head coach in Chris Acker. This is a total transfer portal team, taking some shots on some mid-major stars, some JUCO stars, and also a couple of misfits from better programs. I liked what I saw from South Dakota State, and that place is going to be lit. So I'll lay it.
Tennessee State's heading into Fort Collins, take on the Rams. 20.5. That's what Colorado State's playing. That's too many. Give me Tennessee State plus 20.5. No lock. Mac, what are you doing here?
Don't lock this, everybody. Yeah, I took the points.
Bieniek?
I'm going to lay it. I'm going to lay the points.
All right. Pacific. The Tigers are heading to Honolulu, Hawaii to take on San Jose State. What?
Why is this game in Hawaii?
Because
there's like a Rainbow Classic or some shit.
Yeah, it's like a small.
Are there multiple
tournament,
games in Hawaii today? I didn't think I saw.
No. I think this is the lead-in. I think they just scheduled this because they were over there, and then I think it starts. I think it starts coming up. I could be wrong. If that's what's that?
This is in the
Hawaii plays Life Pacific after.
I was about to say like
Sheriff Arena. This is the Maui gym.
One of these, I forget if it was this one. I read an article about this, like probably in August, that a couple teams coming over there are and I don't know if it's this one, are playing just random non-con games before they enter their tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't recall if this was the one or not, but
this is so weird. Like it's like the place that Chaminade hosts a tournament, but Chaminade's not in it, and there's 4 other different teams.
Yeah, in
Funny.
San Jose State, that was a bad first game for Tim Miles. Pacific, that was a mess. I'm gonna lock up San Jose State -2.5. Come on, Tim, don't let me down. Make those adjustments. Mac,
I'll join you. I trust Tim Miles. I think they bounce back here, and they do play Hawaii.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I mean I'm taking them. I think getting away from home, disappointing loss. I think they bounce back, but I was saying they play Hawaii on Sunday.
Yeah, sorry. This is Hawaii's home gym. It's the Lahaina Civic Center, not the Stan Sheriff Center for the Maui Invitational. I'm still gonna lay it with San Jose State.
Lock it, buddy.
Lock that.
I'm fucking falling asleep over here. Lock it.
No, I'll pass.
Boston Terriers. They used to play football too, those pussies. Now they head to San Diego, take on the Toreros. San Diego's laying 1.5. I did get a chance this morning making breakfast here. Got ESPN Plus. Loaded up that San Diego game from last night that I didn't watch. Oh my God, it is correct. But I think Boston's better. I'm going to take Boston to win this game. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I think the wrong team's favored here.
Yeah.
I agree. I think the wrong team's favorite, but San Diego will be desperate as hell. This could be the Air Force line from tonight.
Yeah,
true.
I'm gonna take the points with BU. I think they win the game, but I'm not gonna have any money on it.
Yeah, no wager. Weber State's heading to Corvallis to take on Oregon State. Wayne Tinkle. I think Bieniek already revealed his hand, and I agree with his hand. Weber State plus the points. Weber State on the money line.
Yeah,
lock it up. Yeah.
Yeah, let's triple this.
I mean, Wayne Tinkle is probably, I say this with respect, but I can't think of a coach that burned a golden ride more than Wayne Tinkle.
Yeah.
They had an Elite 8 run and they did nothing with it. Unbelievable. Anyway,
Patrick
triple
Ewing.
lock. Yes, outright. Sprinkle that money line with these Wildcats. And don't forget, we can also play this. Next up, Montana's in Eugene. Didn't they almost knock them off a couple years ago in Eugene? I feel like they were like, it was like a 1-possession game.
I think so. I think you're right. Wayne Tinkle's former job.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to lay it this time. No, I'm going to lay the 16.5. Mac?
I'll take the points.
Yeah, Mike 23, that Weber
Bieniek?
State was the money line play that I was talking about earlier in the show. I'm going to lay it with Oregon. I think that they did not play as good as I thought they could opening night. Shellstead had a relatively average game opening night. And Montana's going to take some time. There's a couple of new pieces in this roster, projected starting 5. Give me Dana Altman to cover this.
UC Irvine is heading up to Los Angeles, take on Loyola Marymount. Kelly LePepe's alma mater. He is playing pro, of course. That's what great guys do.
Where is he at?
He's in Australia playing pro ball.
Okay.
Go in the Andrew Gaze route if anyone catches the reference. UC Irvine is laying 1.5, and I will lock UC Irvine.
I'll join you. This makes no sense.
Yes. LMU, they bring in guys in the portal with talent, but I just think Irvine's culture and the best mascot. And LMU's mascot's cool with that logo, but the Anteater is the fucking greatest mascot. Remember, I've been saying this on this show forever that there's a lack of creativity on the mascots. Yeah. UC Irvine, they are the best. Them and Santa Barbara, or not Santa Barbara, the Santa Cruz, the Banana Slugs. Bieniek.
To me, this line smells like shit. I love UC Irvine here almost too much.
Dive into it, buddy.
Yeah, I'm locking it with you guys. I'm just saying it smells like shit.
I would agree. The more you think about it, it definitely seems a little weird, but let's lock it. Triple lock on UC Irvine. Bradley is heading to Pullman, Washington. Bradley, this is a weird game, right? I mean, I think Bradley's better. I'm gonna take Bradley to win in Pullman. Mac,
I will lock up Bradley. I think everybody will just look at it and be like, Wazoo, Pac-12, even though they're kind of in the Pac-12. Bradley is one of the better, really good mid-majors. I think they pull away late here. Give me Bradley.
I'll join you. I'll join you on that.
This and Irvine are the same handicap for me.
Yeah.
Better team.
Let's go. Give me the Braves on the warpath. Let's go. Hail the Redskins. Bieniek, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I also think the wrong team's favored here. And I am going to tell you guys in this one too.
Triple lock on the Bradley Braves. Rolo saying I need an energy drink. I am
Colby's fading.
Yeah. It's got some sun today too, man. Sun is a bitch. Yeah.
3:30 a.m. Eastern time.
But
he did it to himself.
Yeah. Go support. You got to go out and support games. You know what I mean? You got to get out there on the scene. Final game of the night in Vegas, New Mexico.
Awesome game.
UCLA. UCLA is laying 5.5. This should be in Westwood, by the way, or the Pit. But I'm locking up UCLA minus 5.5. Let's go.
Did we lose him?
No, that was you this time. I am going to lay the points with UCLA as well. I think that Cronin's defense will be able to slow down New Mexico's tempo, and I think he's a better coach than Richard Pitino. So I'm going to lay the points.
This is too easy. I'm locking in Mexico.
I knew you were going there.
They get up for these high majors. Them and UNLV last year, they pick off these teams, especially when the games are out of Vegas. Give me the Lobos. Shock the world. I'll take the 5.5. Lock it up. Block battle. Let's go, Richard Pitino. You know, I love me some Lobos.
The only high major they played last year was Clemson. They got dog walked.
Oh. We got a battle in Vegas. Dundee, Bieniek with the Bruins.
Oh, I'm not locking it, but
okay. Mac with the Lobos. That's our slate, folks. Fire 62 slate. Games. Whew. Let's go. I would say the one. What was the money line we were all on? We were all on a money line that I thought was
Weber.
Yes, Weber's definitely one of the top 3 plays.
Those last 3: Weber, Irvine, and Bradley.
Yeah, I'll say Weber, Bradley, and I will go with I mean, I kind of think UMass is worth it, but I like Central in the early game. It's tough.
I'm gonna go with Kansas is my favorite play tomorrow. Lay it. I think they smoke UNC, double-digit win. I also think Ole Miss is going to trample Grambling State.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Minus 21.5 at the Rebs, and then third play. It smells like shit, but I'm diving in. I think the UC Irvine's really good this season. Minus 1.5 on the road against LMU. Yeah, play that.
I like it. Weber, Bradley, Ole Miss. I'm with you. Mac?
I basically had the same ones as you guys, but
you could do Texas too in there.
I was going to say with the big favorites, Kansas, Texas, and Ole Miss. If you wanted to throw the dogs in there, love Weber, love Bradley. I love Samford too early over Cornell.
Where did we pick Bradley at again on this show? Was that plus 1.5?
1.5 point dog.
Yeah.
All right. Well, folks, that's our show. Give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_.
Prayers up for those in South Carolina for the monkeys that are wild.
I was about to say, the monkeys. Where do you think they're at right now? They've taken
somebody in the chat said they're in New York.
That's eventually, right? Or do they hop a flight? I can see them hopping a flight.
Hijacking a helicopter.
Taking a fucking Cessna over there. Give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac.
Colby, we did not talk Fresno State, Sac State.
Damn it. I think I forgot to put it up on the thing. What's that line?
Sac State's.
I made the slide. I just forgot to put it in the slides. What was it again? That line? Anyone got
Fresno -6. Oh, let's go Sac State.
I'm gonna lay with Fresno.
Me too. I don't like Sac State, but I don't love Fresno State either, for what it's worth. Both teams are replacing a lot.
I see 5 out there too.
Sac State sharp action.
It is a little brother angle, but we'll probably bet that one too. That's French lock. Anyway, folks, this is the College Basketball Experience. Get on over there, hit that like and subscribe button, please. 5 stars on Spotify. Also, check out the College Football Experience, the FCS College Football Experience, also the College Baseball Experience. And I'll be back tomorrow morning talking DFS with NC Nick, and then the bombs down under with CJ Sullivan, and then FCS, and then just a great. Tomorrow's a fire day. With the college football game mixed in with the college basketball games, it's a fire day.
A busy work day for Colby Dant.
Yeah, let's go. Till next time, folks. This is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we are out of here. Sort of.
You get ripped apart. Save the cookie cutter mother for 106 apart. Cause of your liquor will I sip your heart. You never dumb it down, dog. If you're smart, I throw out a couple of lines. Fighters are quick to cross. Fishy, you on a dick to lie. Pitch you off, it goes. Tits and bras, lips and jaws. I use my common sense to see the bitch and all. Good thing you got the market corner. Kids and malls. Rip the red carpet as you slip and fall off. Another career spear. Thanks for trying to block. You get an A for effort and an F for shut the fuck up. Here's a hint. Put down the mic, you catch a glimpse. And keep them eyes wide when you see me. Mike's I sees them. So when you see him, you got a good reason to look. Catch a glimpse. I A lot of these heads need to improve, they get robbed. Talent's not a program you download and install. Quality spread through hard work, no involved. My peers respect me because I'm genuinely involved. Beyond gathering names to build up my buddy list. You decide, friendships and pounds of suicide and bloody risk. Come equipped or leave empty-handed. They don't call me C's for nothing. See the camera? Smile, click. Here comes the picture.